Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 85 of the Unity Gaming Podcast. It is Thursday, October 3rd, and I'm Somppi.
I'm Riccio.
And I'm Dan.
Kumar's dead.
Kumar is dead, and Dan has come down with the bad case of the digitals. The digitals.
The digital deads. Actually, you know what we did? Dan was dead, but his brain wasn't dead long enough, so we actually digitized his brain, and now he lives inside a computer. Hence why he sounds like he's from Skype.
Yeah. That's why you can't see him right now, because he's so tiny.
Just tiny. Just so tiny.
Just.
He is the Matrix. He's become the Matrix.
He's actually right there.
He's right here in all of us. There's a little piece of Dan in everyone.
I'm really not sure where you guys are going with this.
I don't know.
I was going to go with you're a rapist,
ghost.
but then I thought that would be terrible.
Dan has come down with a horrible disease of space cocaine, also known as
Ghost.
a multiple week-long cold.
Yes.
It's not fun.
No.
What you guys been playing?
What you been playing, Dan?
Magic. Again.
Okay. We didn't get to talk to you last week about your magic things and your...
How's that going?
Still playing a lot of it. I've fully unlocked 3 decks on the iPad, and I bought it again on PC, and I'm playing it there.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
And you guys are now going to join me on PC, so that's
Why
fun.
is that? How can you guess such things like this?
Because for Riccio's birthday, I bought him a copy of the game.
You know when my birthday is?
I thought
Next
it was
month.
Like 2 fucking weeks
Yeah.
from 2 months from now.
Yeah,
It's a month
still
from
technically
now.
next month.
No, it's 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah. Well, we just started October, so November end.
So it's not
But
fucking
it's
2 months then.
technically next month.
Well, it's
So-
technically next month plus
Don't
29
you try and out
days.
technicality, Dan.
28 days? This is the 31st in October, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Halloween. Yeah,
Holla
okay.
fucking ween? It's a new holiday. It's got it pulls a lot of roots from a lot of different places, but it's holla fucking ween.
Pulling roots from places is Thanksgiving, so you give your crops.
No.
It's Canadian Thanksgiving next week.
You know what's awesome?
What?
Thanksgiving, not November.
What do we get again?
We get like President's Day, Prime Minister's Day,
That's no.
Day of
We have like November of Sorrow.
Day of a Stroke, it seems.
We have No Shave November or Movember instead.
Which
day.
we have both.
No,
started.
this is just lazy.
You just look gross. You look like a hobo.
I love it when I'm sitting in the bus and people like walk by and they're like, I'm not gonna fucking sit next to that guy. I'm like, yep. Take these 2 seats.
I want to get you a really like dirty, patched up coat, and have your really nice laptop bag as well. And people just assume you've stolen the laptop,
Well, I've
so the police come and take it away from you.
I would like to know what people think when they see me, to just be like, he's got an okay t-shirt, his hair looks like he just got hit by a car, and his face looks like it's shit. And they're probably just like, it's usually long, like, for them to figure out all that stuff, they usually walk past my seat, and they're just like,
Nope.
that guy's got issues.
So like, do people
Probably
not
kills
sit
people.
beside you anymore?
Not often, no.
Do you,
Also,
like,
it's because I have a
talk?
huge bag.
Do you talk as well? Do you like mutter under your breath while they're walking by?
It's like I'm just like watching. Yeah, I'm watching Walking Dead actually on Netflix on my phone in the bus now, and it just like, just see me like, you know what? I don't realize it
Do you look
sometimes.
like you're dead?
No, it's sometimes I realize when I'm at home and I'm watching TV shows, I'll like either breathe irregularly, or just like I'll stop myself and be like, man, I'm breathing really fucking loud right now. So I'll be like. Like just like getting really into it. Also,
What kind of TV are you watching?
I'm just watching Netflix, but like no, you know what I realized today, and I want to talk to you guys about this, is that I was watching Walking Dead, and say this pen is like a bar of food, like it's a granola bar.
I'm gonna interrupt you and say that you have a spider web on your mic, like
That's probably what that's-
floating in the breeze.
Yeah, I see that. That's probably that spider that we killed earlier on my monitor. But no, I'll be watching it, and let's say I'm eating the granola bar and have one thing I'm chewing,
Yeah.
and then something intense happens, and I'll be lifting the bar, and I'll just be like, just stare until that like 2-minute intense scene is done. And I'll just be like, man, my mouth has been open, and I stopped eating, and then I feel like I don't know, I feel
At a
weird.
special moment.
Yeah, like, but it happens constantly, and I realize, well, it did the same thing with like Breaking Bad and stuff, but I find it weird how I just really get into shit where I just like
Stop paying
everything
attention.
that's not the show just locks down. Like my body just doesn't move, and I'm just like, hold on, this has to finish. And I don't know if you guys get into your stuff.
I
Like that.
I definitely do that, but I watch a lot of Netflix, so like everything's on the second monitor all the time, so I don't really pay attention to it.
You should. I just realized that I probably stopped moving, and if somebody comes in the house, I'm just like, Like just breathing really weird and just.
I want to just see you on a bus when you're breathing really irregularly, watching it on your
No,
phone.
if you think I've had allergies for a while, which is, by the way, if you guys can't tell, sort of clearing up. When I'm on the bus, no, but I'll be on the bus and I'll just kind of like be looking at people. My eyes will get watery because like I'm trying to stop a sneeze. So they probably think I'm like staring someone down really creepily, and then like I'll kind of like whisk my hand into my bag to get like a Kleenex to be like, and then no one wants to sit next to that, so I get free.
You're that really creepy dude who nobody wants to sit by.
And he gets full seats, so that's
Yeah,
okay.
who gives a fuck? Like sometimes, like literally, sometimes there'll be like people standing, and I'm just sitting there like, man, I must look fucking disgusting.
It's just, I could never have that happen to me before. I take pride in my appearance. Not saying that you don't, but like,
Hey, did I ever tell you about what I do for my appearance?
yeah, you like put a little bit of gel in your hair and just like point the hair dryer at you.
So I've started putting money into buying those little putty tub things.
Cool. Okay, describe this to me. I don't understand this
Like
putty tub
it's just
thing.
like those shitty little like axe things, or like what the green things. What is that? Shit.
Gagne?
No, it's not Gagne.
Gagne
It's
fructis.
fructis. Yeah, the fructis stuff.
It's Gagne. Gagne fructis.
It is Gagne.
Gagne.
You just kind of open the top.
Gagne.
So I have it where I just kind of like get up and just like scoop 2 fingers, do that to my hair, and then just like upside down blow dry for like 3 seconds. I'm like, I look into the mirror. I'm like,
Is that how you always have that like perfect
Yeah.
like half pipe look to your hair?
the half pipe is literally something like, oh shit, I blew dry too much on the left side, and I just go like,
No, but it's not like a half pipe from like the out in. It's like from the back. If you're looking from the side,
oh yeah,
it's like I could
I'm
drive
upside
right
down,
at that.
blowing.
I want to get, remember those like those little finger skateboards? What are they called? Tech decks?
Fingerboards.
Fingerboards?
Or whatever,
I want to drive one of those off of your gelled hair and do a wicked sweet backflip.
The thing is,
and
it's
then,
not even like gelled. It's just like
it's really weird
it's
because
just
it doesn't
soft.
shake when you. It
Does it
like
not?
it maintains like a solidity.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't notice that. I thought it shook.
No,
It used to shake.
no,
That's weird. Okay,
it doesn't.
that got weird.
It got really weird. Hey Dan, what kind of hair do you have right now?
You got a haircut. I heard from
Yeah,
Liz
I
yesterday.
got a haircut.
From Liz? What the fuck?
Remember how we were playing some Last of Us yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, Liz came in and she saw his haircut. So then I know, Dan, you got a haircut.
Yes, it did.
Oh, that's wonderful. Does it look
I want
nice?
to explain that story. That's
It's short hair instead of the like long mess of garbage I had before.
Did you look homeless with your long hair?
It could have got there.
You should have gotten it there. You should.
No.
You should
No.
just grow dreads. That's what you should do.
No way.
Yeah, you should be that white dude with dreads.
good. No.
What are you?
I thought it
doing?
was. I want to see if it was solid enough to
No,
hold
it's not
something.
solid enough to hold paper. I could probably stick like a pen or something in it.
No, it doesn't.
What about a USB stick?
Oh, it does. Okay. I need that pen actually.
Yeah. All right,
Do you want
just yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then you get to talk about much magic there. You just kind of got to.
Well, I mean,
we
I don't know
hushed
how
you up.
much more you want to talk about it other than like.
Well, I want to talk about it because I'm gonna be buying it.
And I have to play it with you and get destroyed.
But if I'm gonna play with you, Dan, then I want you to be gentle with me,
Well,
like tenderly.
I just want to ask you something because Dan actually told me something, a story or something that was really interesting yesterday
All right,
about magic,
go on.
and it wasn't about Magic the PC game. It was about his Magic cards.
Oh,
Do
go
you want
on.
to talk about that, Dan, or your whole
Which,
trade-in? The trade-in
Oh,
thing.
the stuff I sold.
Yeah,
You sold stuff?
so that's a cool thing.
What do you do?
So,
Explain this.
I've started going through an online retailer to get most of the cards that I want to get.
Okay.
It's called Face to Face Games, and I found out while I was sick, because I have a lot of time on my hands, that they buy cards from you.
Oh.
So I went through pretty much every rare that I still had from when I was playing before, and I found 18 cards.
Yeah.
18. Okay. And I put them all in the cart and added them all up. And this is I put through like, I don't know, 300 rares, and only 18 of them were ones that I didn't use and that had any sort of value. But these 18 cards traded into this website for $300.
What?
Yeah, you made a lot of money off it.
Seriously? Holy shit.
Kind of.
So I'm going to use that $300 to
Fund more
get
cards.
store credit and then finance buying more Magic cards with that money.
That's kind of like, okay, so last week's podcast, I mentioned that I got really into CSGO, and I got 2 really sweet weapons.
Yep.
Today, before Riccio got on to play our morning match of Counter-Strike, I looked through my inventory and realized I had a Stat Track weapon that I did not realize was Stat Track and was worth any sort of money. So now I have done like my running total of how much my points are or my guns are worth. I now have $200 even in Steam wallet money.
That if you were to sell it.
If I were to sell it, would get that. And that's like a low
but you
point ball too.
Because it's good.
I'm thinking about selling that deagle.
You should sell the knife, if anything.
No, I like that.
Because the knife you could buy every other Stat Track weapon you want.
That is very true.
Including
Everyone needs a knife.
Everyone does need a knife. Though
somebody else needs a knife.
There's one on the market right now that's selling for like $183, so I want to undercut them by 25 cents.
I think it's gonna take more than 25 cents to get someone to be like, because you want someone to be like, dude, it's $186, but someone's selling it for $180. Or no, you go $179.99, and then he's just like, that's like less.
But that's the thing that boggles my mind is that's 3 brand new release titles for PC.
Yeah. Well, more than that because it's $49, so you should pay PC
that's true.
stuff.
No, it's 3.
Unless it's Activision and stuff, where it's still $59.
Yeah, all right.
Or Ubisoft.
Is Ubisoft still $59?
Yeah. Splinter Cell was.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, Dan, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, that's so. What did you do with those cards? You got the money.
Yeah.
I sent them in only like yesterday because I actually went back to work.
Did they pay for your shipping?
No, but shipping was also $3, so they'll be okay.
That's 1% of your
like a bubble envelope.
Oh, okay.
And sent it that way, and shipping and the bubble envelope totaled up to $3.
Damn.
So
that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's 1% of your total profit in shipping.
I'll live with that.
Good.
So what are you gonna do with that money?
I've already filled up a cart for pretty much the exact amount. So as soon as it hits, I'm just gonna go order.
That's wonderful. Speaking of filling up a cart, Riccio purchased a lot of sweatshirts today.
Oh, that's not important.
Like, no. I want to drop this because I look over in class and I'm playing on Steam, and I look over and Riccio's trying to measure his arm against his laptop monitor, and he has a fucking ruler, picture of a ruler on his monitor. That's what he has.
It's about 500% zoom. I'm like, that's not an inch. Because like 4 inches was like my entire 17-inch monitor almost. I'm like, that feels off. The reason I was checking
and then he nudges me and he goes, "Hey,
this doesn't look right.
This doesn't look right, does it?" And I went, "No,
I had to make sure.
No, it doesn't." So that is why that segued into that.
I learned something though, because there's an online ruler website you can go to that apparently matches your screen size and does it properly. However, that website was down, and I was unable to make use of that great.
But it's just the fact that I look over and you kind of have your hand against the screen, comparing your hand to the size of the ruler. It was this magical moment.
The reason I was comparing that is because I wasn't sure to get large, extra large, or extra, extra large. So
I would not go with extra, extra large because you would be swimming in that.
But that's what I bought.
You bought extra, extra large?
Yeah. So my reason for this is that large was tight when I bought it. Sorted like it was like, but it wasn't tight around. It was tight like it would end before my wrist, and I was like, that's fucking weird. So I was like, okay, large is 2 inches longer, but I was like, okay, that would be on my hand. Like it'd be ending on my hand. Like okay, that'd be maybe okay. But I'm like, man, it's winter. I don't know about you guys, but I love super baggy kind of like sweaters, so you can sit there and just be like, oh, it's like I'm in covers of blanket and awesomeness. So I was like, okay, well, what's the size difference? Oh, it's another 2 inches for extra, extra large. So that's just going to be like poofy warmth.
Actually, I need to look at those large sweaters you have that you've never
Yes.
worn. We should do that.
But yeah, about sweaters. I don't know what we're talking about sweaters, but
it was because you had fucking measured your hand against a ruler on your monitor.
Shush.
So what else do you have, Dan?
Keep cutting him away from this crap.
Sorry, I'd muted because I was coughing.
That's okay. You're allowed to. Not anymore, though.
You get one.
The only other thing I played this week is other than The Last of Us, which we played for a little bit last night.
Yeah.
Which By the way, there were like really high people in that game.
Yeah, high leveled,
High level people.
not high.
I'm surprised we managed to get the victories that we did against people that have been playing that long.
I think my favorite part about last night was the first match that we played. And I think Dan and I were really close to each other, and we were turning around a corner, and then it was just like, what's that guy got? And then it was clearly a flamethrower shooting flames at us, and there was the realization of us going like, we got to get the fuck out, and second, holy fuck, there's flamethrowers in this game, and I was taken off guard pretty intensely. We also got destroyed.
And I was taken out of the game.
I don't know, the game still feels really satisfying.
Yeah, it kind of makes me sad because it took us a good 5 minutes to find a game, and everybody that we were up against, like I was like what, level 7 or something. You were level 6. Dan was level 6. Kumar was 13.
Yeah.
And people we were up against were level 200 and something, or 160, 70, 80, 90, like just obscene numbers. And yeah.
But it definitely felt really satisfying when we had that like great teamwork again of like calling out where they are and like trying to figure it out and marking people, and like after the first match we got like right back into it and we were just wrecking immediately right off the top. Like that second match, I think we dominated those guys. Was it the second or the third?
We did win one of them, right?
Yeah, we did.
I think we tied one of them. We lost one. We lost 2 of them. We tied one of them. So that's what happened. Because the one where one dude dropped who was lagging really bad, and then we got to 3-3, and then it for some reason backed out, and it didn't let us do that last match.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm hoping that when the DLC actually comes out, because they were teasing the Outbreak DLC last week, I believe. I hope when that DLC comes back, more people will flock back to it, because I do miss the multiplayer for that game, and to think that, hey, I'm gonna get the new maps, I'm gonna go play. Everyone's going to be at least 190 levels higher than me. Doesn't sound too fun.
Yeah.
But
I'm hoping that there's a decent chunk of people back playing that.
I'd almost wish that, like, you know how the PlayStation Plus has timed demos?
Yep.
It'd be really cool if PlayStation Plus allowed you to, and I hope they do this with PlayStation 4, is, you know how Steam has, hey, the Black Ops 2 multiplayer is free for this weekend.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
download the client. It'd be really cool if, let's say, Last of Us went and did... I know they did with Uncharted, sort of, but if you could just only download the multiplayer and just hop in and be like, hey, the multiplayer is free for this weekend or week. Go try the multiplayer. Hey, if you want to buy the game, also the DLC, it's whatever, $10, $15 or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
To get people to try and be like, holy shit, this multiplayer is actually pretty fantastic.
You need an online pass for that multiplayer, though?
No, not for Last of Us.
No, it was just loaded up and away you go.
I was sure you did.
Nope. I didn't have to put in anything.
No, not for Last of Us.
Well, you bought it digitally, though, Devin.
Well, that's true.
I'm going to open this. You know how I don't throw out anything, right, Dan? Online pass.
Really?
So it is there. There is an online pass.
Then how?
I knew I wasn't crazy. You guys trying to tell me I'm crazy.
You know why I don't remember that, Dan?
Did you add it in?
Yeah, I did. Of course, we played online.
Oh, yeah.
But that's why I pointed the key away just in case. But no, I do remember the first day getting it and then just coming home, being like, fucking jamming it in there and be like, oh, fucking, I don't this is the Last of Us. Oh my god! And just
stickers in this?
yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's a single shiny Naughty Dog sticker. So I didn't pay attention to that. So yeah, I guess there is an online pass, but still, if there's a way to just put out the multiplayer free for a weekend or something, it would be pretty cool, because you have people going into GTA Online right now, and no offense, but the combat in that is not that great when you're playing death matches and stuff. So it'd be cool to have people go like, hey, you tried the Last of Us multiplayer and you're like, holy shit, this feels fucking great. People would maybe transition away from GTA Online and stuff. I don't know.
I really like that when we got back into that game, it was immediately, all right, what the hell are the buttons? We didn't like pre-distinguish in the menus as to what the buttons were. It was just, all right, this one's crouch, this one's run, all right, this is how you pick up stuff. And then like nobody remembered the listen function until about the third round of that first match. Yeah. It's just wonderful. That wonderful panic of, I don't know what I'm doing, but these guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I guess we're going to kind of segue into, you were playing some Grand Theft Auto Online.
well, first of all, I finished Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah.
That's a good game. I want to say the game is really good. Okay. Like, playing it is fun. The story started off real good. The middle part, I know I was complaining last week that it kind of felt like it was in a lull area. It does get better from there. It does. Did not like the ending,
Really?
and I'm not gonna obviously talk about it. But
Like, how did it dip? Like, was it just like a sharp dip?
are you
or
talking
like,
about the end, or are you talking about the middle?
No, like
So talking
the
about the
ending.
middle.
Like, don't tell me specifics.
There's no
but, like,
dip. It's just
It was just kind of like a letdown. It wasn't what you were expecting, or if you can't say anything about it, like, don't worry. Like, not a problem.
it becomes super
Tedious.
expected,
All
and you're just like, no way it's gonna end here.
right.
And then
It
you
does.
keep going and keep going, and you're like, it's gonna end here. And then you get there, and you're like, it ended
Oh,
here.
that's too bad. I feel that's kind of a disappointment then. 'cause
And
that
a
story
certain thing makes me wonder what the DLC is going to be. Like, I wonder if they're going to expand on these characters, or if they're going to bring new ones in, or they're going to do like an undead thing, which would be, you know what? Okay, this is what I was thinking of. You know
Hey,
how?
GTA 5 Undead Nightmare? That would be great.
But hold on, GTA 5 Undead Nightmare would be fantastic if, imagine this, incorporated into multiplayer, where you have this whole free roaming city where people are loading in and out and online, but they almost make it like DayZ style, because they already have it where you have to get money and you can get shot and you can get your money stolen.
Yeah,
So
they
imagine-
have that persistent world.
Yeah, so imagine if you had like loot and stuff, and like, oh, you can only have guns, but they have like even less ammo, and there's more zombies and like crazy shit. That would, I don't know. I don't know how they,
NPCs or zombies.
Well,
as
if people
opposed to-
actually play Grand Theft Auto Online, I'm sure they'll do it.
yeah. There's a lot of people playing it right now. I don't know how that's going to dip at some point, but it's, everybody's going to stop playing when Beyond comes out next week. Just fuck Grand Theft Auto. Get that sick Beyond multiplayer.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I don't
Is
know.
it cross console?
No. You're talking about Beyond? No, not Beyond. Grand
Not
Theft Auto?
beyond. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because
okay.
you were mentioning it was
Yeah,
everything was going to like one set of servers or
Yeah, okay, so here's what
Groups of
happened
servers.
is so the online came out on Tuesday, was the first, I believe.
Yep.
So the online came out on Tuesday, and everybody was having trouble. The PS3 servers pretty much did not work at all, or the PS3 connection. The Xbox
Yeah, I
360,
haven't been able to connect at all.
yeah. So but the 360 servers were kind of working. The way around it was that if you would force it to tell you like, hey, you should make a temporary character, it would apparently just drop your character out of the sky, and you just kind of like die and then spawn somewhere. You wouldn't have access to missions, but it was a way to at least free roam and just mess around in multiplayer. And then yesterday, which would have been Wednesday, by then PS3 connection kind of worked. You'd kind of get on and it would drop you, but there was still a chance that you just lose your save file, like your multiplayer save file, like your character would just get deleted or forgotten. And then today, this morning on Thursday, the servers were working on multiplayer in the morning. Like I was able to get in, I was able to start the missions. The thing is, the first mission that you get into multiplayer is a race with Lamar, and it seems to be the bottleneck. People right now are still having trouble getting past that race, but once you get past it, it just works. Like, you can do the free roam things, the missions take a while. The only thing is that connecting to servers takes a while, so you kind of, when you switch characters in GTA 5, it pans out, and it goes like, doof, 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 and you have the whole map. It finds a server when it's zooming back down in multiplayer, so sometimes it'll just kind of zoom, hang, and it's just like searching for a server.
Oh yeah.
But when you find a server, like, there's no lag. People are popping in and out. It's working totally fine. It's just, it seems like there's just something wrong with like the matchmaking or something.
Too many requests and they're just being dropped or something.
Yeah.
like
So
that.
yeah, what I was telling you about is that their servers were getting hit because if you think of the single players constantly pinging back to the multiplayer servers, like if you at any point in the game, if you're listening to the radio, you can hit a button and it shoots out to Rockstar Social Club and saves that song on your list, so you can go listen to it on Spotify. Anytime you take a picture, it saves it. Every time you do a mission, it sends those stats to Social Club. So it's constantly like, imagine how many copies sold and how much of that information is already hitting their servers. And that was what was fucking up the iPhone app.
Yep.
They fixed the iPhone app. Now people are using the iPhone app and the 360 PS3 servers. And then the multiplayer comes out. Everyone's hitting the servers with that shit. When you're online, every like minute or so, it's cloud saving. So think of all these people cloud saving, people trying to connect to the servers, single players still hitting it, people on the iPhone still fucking hitting it as well. And 360 and PS3 are all hitting the same possible servers on Rockstar Social Club. That shit was broken. Like, it was
It still is broken, if I'm not mistaken.
Today, I was able to get up at around 8-ish. I played with Devin, and then I played some Counter-Strike with Devin. And then from then on, from 9 till about 3 p.m., I was able to play nonstop, and I had no issues with the servers. Granted, that's when in Eastern and Western people would be getting up going to work, so that's not so bad. But
I'm gonna try it right now. See if it works.
try it right now. If you can't get past the Lamar race, then it's still fucked. And
Well, I never got into that race before, so
one of my buddies, Drackle from the channel, actually managed to. You just had to wait. You just had to wait. You had to wait like 10-15 minutes, and then it would just find, hey, we're just gonna shove you in this race solo with Lamar, and then you do that, and then once you're past that, you are just good. You're golden. It works. I didn't have any issues past that. One thing that made me really happy is that people have been losing their save files and creating random characters and just temp charactering it, figuring, hey, this shit's gonna get deleted, whatever the fuck. Today when I logged in, it was like, hey, you get one free character reappearance, like change all your stats, like recreate your character, and we'll just change the stats on your current character. Which is awesome because, say, the last temp character that you just bullshitted your way through happened to be the one that worked. You don't have to delete that character now. You could just go in and it'll be like, hey, repick your grandparents to create your character, repick your parents, select your stats and what you want to do, and it'll just change it and you can continue on with what you've been doing. So that's good. But yeah, no.
that parents and grandparents thing is real silly.
Yeah. I figured out how to get it to work today, though, to actually customize your character, but everybody kind of looks the same, which sucks.
You
Did
described
you know
it.
that you can pick John Marston as your dad?
Yeah, and if you have the collector's edition of GTA 5, you can have Nico and somebody else. I don't know who the other person is, but there's two people.
Cool.
Yeah, you can have John Marston, but it's too bad because he has like the fucking weirdest mouth thing that you can't change it to make it like disappear by being like, yo, you look like your mom, and it's just no. That jawline is staying the same. But yeah.
I don't know. You described that system to me, and it just seems really
So the way
like,
it works
messed up.
for anybody who's just like, yo, I don't understand what the fuck to do. You choose your character's appearance by choosing your parents, but you choose your parents by choosing their grandparents, so their parents. So the best thing to do is kind of, you get shitty little pictures of your parents, and you have to kind of edit your grandparents until you're like, I like that, like, I like my mom's eyes. But, so the eyes and the cheeks seem to be on the mother's side, and the jawline and the nose happens to be the dad, it seems.
All right.
So if you keep editing it till you get that, then once you can choose bottom, you're like, hey, how much does your mom resemble your father and whatever? You can kind of use that to sort of get your race right, I guess. Because it's really weird. Like, I have like an Italian nose, which is sort of rounder-ish, let's say. And then you're trying to pick that, and maybe that character is more like, I don't know. It's hard to sound like, I don't want to sound racist with this stuff, but you'll have like, say like a black character, or like I don't know the proper words anymore, but like just
A Hispanic?
Hispanic, sure. I don't know if that's a thing. Anyway,
Latino?
sure, yes. And
Caucasian?
they'll have like, oh, I want that nose, but it's like, okay, that doesn't look like me. So you have to sort of get your mom, have a grandparent that's fully white, and then you go with the other thing. So you make it look like the mom, but you'll still keep the nose. To me, it's like super fucking backwards, but you can kind of
Too bad
make
there's
it.
just not a slider bar.
Yeah. So I have like a really, if you look at my heritage, it's just really fucked and like multicultural crazy, just so I can get like what I want, which actually, makes me realize what were my ancestors. But no, anyway.
Weird.
Yeah, weird. But no, it's really weird. And yeah,
I'm going to give it a try tomorrow potentially and see how that goes.
So here's the thing. Once you're finally in that, Dan, once you get past that race and you're into it,
It's still loading.
it's still loading, that's fine, take your time. But it's really fucking cool. It has like the same feeling that I get with Eve, sort of where you slowly earn money in that game as you start off. As you start, you kind of have just like random missions that you'll get. Like Lamar, he'll just call you on the phone and be like, yo, why don't you go shoot these gang members? You're like, all right, I'm in. Do you want to do with 1 to 2 players? Sure. Then it shoves you into some weird lobby, and you get like maybe $1,000 for that. As you level up, like once you hit level 5, then you have like another character who's going to call you up and be like, hey, you want to do some jobs for me? Sweet. Those will maybe give you like 2.5 grand. And as you keep going up, like, okay, now I'm getting 5 grand per mission. So it slowly gets better. But until then, money is kind of hard to come by. If you rob like a convenience store, you get like $1 grand or 2. But if you die at any time, you lose $2,000. And if you have any money that's on your pocket, like in your pocket, because you can put stuff in the bank, you drop some of that people can just run by and pick up.
Weird. So are like people just murdering each other for it?
People just happening murdering each other. But the cool thing is that they don't hide other players on the map. it is just huge white blips that you can just kind of see people like, okay, there's a dude like coming right towards me. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, or just like hit start and leave that session. But it's still possible to play as an invite only, so you can just have nobody or just solo where no one else is in free roam with you.
Fair enough.
But that's pretty cool.
Kind of keeps the griefers out.
The first thing you want to do though when you get into online is if you hold the select button or the back button on 360, it brings up a multiplayer interaction menu. Go down to the bottom and it says chat. So whose voice do you hear and where does your voice go? Flip that over to crew and friends or just friends or none, because like I'm sorry, but there's a lot of young people screaming into the mic, and that's fine. That's fine, because when you're robbing convenience stores, when you're holding up the clerk, you have to scream into the mic to make him go faster.
Really?
Which is great, except for when you're in free roam and you're just kind of driving around and you're just hearing people scream into the mic. You're like, I have to fucking mute this. Like this is horrible.
That is terrible.
But no, it's been pretty fun. It's really great. The missions are neat. It seems like the car chases are a little bit more intense in multiplayer as well. What's also weird is if you steal an expensive car and you're just driving, the cops will spot it as a stolen car, then they'll chase you for that.
Oh, really?
Which is a weird thing. You kind of don't expect that. You're like, oh, I'm just gonna steal this car because I do it in single player. You're driving around, then suddenly it's like, hey, you're 2 stars. Like, whoa, what's going on? And that's kind of cool.
Pretty cool. Stars.
2 or 3, it depends. If you hit someone. But yeah, it's.
I feel like I'm gonna die a lot in that multiplayer then.
Yeah, it's. You don't die a lot to players. You will die. In single player, you die really fast. So if you go into a mission and then you're not prepared for it, you also have to buy ammo for your guns and all that stuff.
Oh, really?
You have to keep yourself stocked on that stuff or pick it up. And nothing is really cheap. Like in single player, you can only have access to certain guns when you start multiplayer, which is just a pistol and I think an Uzi. If you buy the pistol in single player, it's like, hey, you want to get that extended mag? It's $200. Or hey, you want to get that flashlight? It's like $200. In multiplayer, you want to get that flashlight? It's $2,000. Hey, you want to get that extended mag? It's $9,000. So that's like 9 convenience stores or like 7 to 8 missions if you don't die while you're trying to go buy that shit. And it's crazy.
Damn.
Also, you have to put like a tracker on your car, which makes it show up as a blip on the map. And someone can just go and take your fucking car and leave. So you have to chase them down and get it back if you don't have insurance on it. If you have insurance, you can just call up Los Santos Customs and be like, car was stolen. They just bring you a new one. But then you have to re-get insurance on the new one. And
it just seems pretty crazy.
Or if it gets totaled, you have to redo that same thing. You can just lose cars that you put like thousands of dollars of upgrades into.
It seems really intense.
It's crazy, but super cool. Also, leveling up your character takes a really long time. I think I was sprinting around for about 2 hours to get my stamina up because you pretty much start at 1 level and everything. And
well, you can customize that stuff.
You can customize it, but at max you can maybe get 2 bars into something.
All right.
I managed to get 3 bars driving.
Yeah, if you went to a lot of sitting down and family time, I think, or whatever.
Friends and family.
Friends and family.
Flamly.
And flan.
Friends and family.
So point is, I had 1 bar of stamina. If you tap X, within like 10 seconds, it's already draining your fucking health, which is like, you don't want that in multiplayer, because if one shot kills you and it's 2,000, no. So I was trying to get my stamina up, and for running around for like 2 hours, I almost filled my second bar, like almost by like half maybe. So it will take a while to level up. And I don't know, all that stuff seems really cool. I don't know. It's so fucking weird, but it's so interesting.
I'm excited to test it out and see how it goes. It's gonna be interesting.
But it's crazy because like you can go into multiplayer matches like deathmatch, and you have to buy the ammo, or you have to buy yourself like body armor to make you die a bit less fast for that first death, so maybe you won't lose 2,000. Sometimes in deathmatch it doesn't seem to minus the $2,000, but I think in Last Man Standing it does, or I don't know. You still drop money in those. I don't know. It's weird. I can't tell if it's actually taken away from your money in those matches, but it does some weird shit. I don't know.
It's pretty intense.
Plus, it's funny when everyone has like level 1 aiming going into deathmatch, where like the auto aim locks on only like 5 feet. See people like across the map just like trying to fire, but no one can shoot properly because they're not used to that shit. Yeah, it's neat. Also,
so there's a big reason that they called it GTA Online rather than it being the online component of Grand Theft Auto.
It's definitely like it's
a standalone thing.
Yeah, there's something cool about the way the missions work that it does kind of feel like you're playing your own character. Like, it's weird because like Lamar will call you up and be like, "Yo, you want to go kill some gangbangers?" You're like, "Yes." Like, your dude doesn't say anything, and you're like, hit A to accept, and he's like, "Yo, meet you there," but he's not actually there. You're just playing with friends. But it's weird getting like text messages from them to you, and then like you doing things. And you have like cutscenes with your dude, like just that weird shit, and everything that you're seeing in the environment is like, "Yo, I had to pay for that, or I had to get that." It's different than like a cutaway part in single player when you have like, "Oh yeah, Michael, we just did something cool." Trevor, like you just kind of, it's when you're locked onto one character and everything you're doing is for you, and there's no cutscenes, there's no just huge break where you suddenly have a shit ton of money. It's kind of really cool. I don't know.
You feel like you've accomplished something.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
What else you got? What else have you been playing this week?
What? Dan? What have you been playing, Dan?
I haven't been playing anything else.
No,
That's just those 2 games, really.
Okay. I'm actually gonna look. Okay. Okay, so last night, I decided it's a game I downloaded on the 360 because it's a free-to-play game. Dan knows what I'm talking about now.
My God.
It's really weird. It's called Ascend: Hand of Kull.
All right.
It's a free-to-play Xbox Live game, and pretty much, it's the weirdest, most interesting thing I've heard or played. So the game tries to be like Dark Souls-ish. Not really. Okay, so you kill things, you get souls. Souls are okay. Back up even more. The type of game is like Torchlight, Diablo, but not.
All right.
It's kind of like Fables fighting, where you have like that close camera and you kind of walk around like that. You fight things and you get souls for fighting. The souls used to repair your equipment, to buy new equipment. Souls is also the thing that let's say you'd spend real world money to get a shit ton of souls to go just buy better stuff.
Yep.
If let's say you're fighting, and it's got like a combo system with like blocking and dodging and all that stuff. And if you don't get hit, you keep moving your combo up, and when you get like times 10, you get like double the souls, like 20, triple the souls, and it goes up till you're just getting like a shit ton of souls per hit, and that's what you want to do. You just want to build massive combos. So the souls aren't so bad. From what I played last night, it doesn't seem like you have to grind ever too much to get things that are at least decent. There's weapons and items that are just full on epic that you would definitely have to spend money, or you'd spend maybe like an hour playing just to get like that one piece and be like, I feel badass. So that's kind of neat. But the gameplay is really crazy because you load in where you create your chaos, which is actually spelled CAOS.
Okay.
It's weird. And then you kind of customize it and it pans out, and I realize you're a fucking like Titan thing, and all the humans are like little people. So you're like a freaking Godzilla. You just kind of like smash them and shit.
All right.
And then you get to choose 3 gods. I think there's like light, dark, and void. But what's cool is when you first walk into it, it's like, yo, which god do you want to be? But the gods are the 3 top players for those factions or those sides. And they're just like quadruple the size as you. So you're already Godzilla. You have the little dudes. And you have a dude who's fucking massiver than you. And you have like the second, third, fourth place people as their guards sitting there in their crazy ass armor. So it's really cool to walk in and be like, man, this is all player like generated. Then you choose your side. And then when you go out into like the open world, it does like Dark Souls where you kind of have like ghosts of other players walking around. But those ghosts, let's say I'm light, which is what I went, and I walk into a ghost that has void. I can be fighting dudes, and say I have 10 people on me. I can hit a button and send all of those dudes into the other guy's world to try and kill him.
Really?
So if every hit that gets to him, I get like score, I get rewards and stuff. If I kill him, I get like a fucking insane amount of rewards.
That's really neat. That's a really neat take on that.
He can fight them and defend them long enough to just send them back towards me, but as his level. So let's say I'm like doing that and I don't realize it's level 10, and he just waits there, sends them back towards me, and it's all these level 10 things, and I'm like, oh fuck, you won, and then you have to try to run away from that. But not only that, you have to like defend. I didn't get far enough to realize it, but you take over points that shoots color of, let's say I'm light, it'll shoot like yellow light and then like color the world. But somebody else can come and try to take that back for their faction. And you have to like 1v1 them to stop that from happening. And you're like sending shit to each other. Also, little humans are like jumping on you and firing arrows off of you. Or his little humans are coming up and you're like fucking eating them or crushing them and shit. I was just playing this. I'm like, what the fuck is like every gameplay thing going on here? This is like really interesting. If only it wasn't running at like 15 frames per second. But
So it's one of those things you hope comes to PC?
It's not to PC, but it's really interesting that even if we were to like get like an updated version of like the Xbox One or something, or if it was PC, sure, fantastic. But I don't know. Like Xbox 360 has had some weird free to play games. It's had Happy Wars. It's had that Doritos Dash of Destruction, but that one was actually pretty cool. It had I don't know if you ever played it. It was like side scrolling, jump on things, but it was you got like score things and would leaderboard it pretty intense. You buy stuff. And there's been this one that I've played. There's also Spartacus, but that was on everything. It's kind of really interesting. It's
like, should I take a look at like a let's play of it before I really get into it, or
I don't know if a let's play would do it. Just maybe look at this general gameplay of it.
All
but
right.
it's free. It's a 2 gig download and it's free. So
no, not bad.
it's I don't know. I didn't expect to. I think Dan was on Skype with me the entire time,
Yes, I was.
and you heard me going into it where I was like, what's this Garbo game gonna be? Like, what is this shit? This is gonna be horrible. And I loaded up and I was like, Dan, you have to download this. He didn't though, but
And the whole time I was sitting waiting for GTA 5,
Yeah.
which, by the way, I got a step further than I was before
Yeah.
right now. I'm waiting for launching session.
launching. Okay, that if you've made it there, it's gonna work. You just have to wait. Now you have to just be patient.
Right, well, I've been waiting.
If it said searching for matches, then you're possibly fucked. If it says launching, it's gonna happen.
Well, it started me, and it says like Tuesday at midnight because that's when it like started the thing. It's Tuesday at 5:30 right now.
Okay.
So it's been a little while.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Ascend Hand to Crawl was pretty crazy. It had some really interesting design to it, and I don't know. Like I was telling Dan after I played it last night, I'm probably never gonna play it again because I haven't really turned on my 360 in a long time. But it was.
I think I'm retiring mine, to be honest with you.
I think mine has kind of auto done that itself too.
Yours is newer than mine, man. Like yours is like 3 years newer than mine.
Yeah.
Mine
I
is like I turn it on and
Yeah.
it's like bees are in my Xbox.
Oh, yeah. That's probably not good. But
It's not like it's going to explode. It's just the fans are a little loud.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I played that. Devin, you want to try to say something before I keep yapping on about shit? Or you?
I didn't really play much this week, to be honest with you. I played some Eve again. I'm playing with one guy from the channel pretty intensely. I'm starting to spec towards a combat ship, the Drake, because I really like using missiles and I don't like using turrets that much.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm specking towards that. I'm now making mad amounts of cash per run.
Cool.
I've boosted up to like 4 mil from like 3.5.
Cool.
Played some Counter-Strike. Got my new cases and such. I'm definitely like dumped more money than I thought I would dump into that. So I need to stop doing that.
I can at least say that on the gameplay side, you and Aiku will seem to be at least getting better.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better, definitely. I think I definitely proved myself a little bit better today with that other match where I got super into it and kind of like zoned in and was not talking over Skype, except when it was dead.
It's that game is it requires a lot of trust, I think, with a lot of people.
Yeah.
When you get used to going into random matches and have people call out things, and like, for example, like we play an Inferno and say somebody yells like, "Hey, there's a terrorist" or whatever in the apartments section. It's like when you get to the point where when someone says something, you just fucking trust it. You don't like they could. There is no doubt in your mind, like, yo, that guy could have been somewhere else or whatever. When you just kind of like go on to things, you rush into places when people call things.
Yeah. I don't know. The two guys we played today with were, I'd say, about your caliber.
Yeah.
They weren't like exceptional. They weren't like that other guy who was. There was one guy we were playing against who was amazing with the AK.
He was quite a few ranks higher than me, even so.
Yeah. They were really good. They were pretty decent. And like after we were kind of keeping tab with them for the first couple of rounds, and then just kind of like went downhill from there. And then we managed to pick it back up again. But every time, even after the like quote unquote crappier rounds, they were like, all right, let's pick this up again. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. So like we're gonna try something different. Like it wasn't like other experiences I've had where it's just like people have been really caustic and like really angry or like pissed.
Oh, we're not gonna do it.
Just fucking quit. Guys. Just like quit out of this. And like these two guys were just really not supportive. Like they definitely were like a couple of times like, what the hell are you doing?
It's really good whenever you the match that we went where we were down by about 7. It was already tied. Like they had 15 wins, and that's if you get 16, it's over. And we had about 9. And just like the uphill battle that we had where we won that 9th round, and we're like, you know what, guys, just fucking, we can push, we can do this. We just destroy them, and like you win that 10th round, you win that 12th round. You're just going up. You're like, guys, we like you don't get over cocky. You just sort of keep going with it, and you're just being positive.
It's the struggle of like, okay, we won last round. Let's see if we can keep this momentum. Let's
Utter
go.
domination.
Yeah, like
you just come back from it.
Just like keep coming back, and it was getting to the point where it was like we had enough cash, so every single round was like, all right, buy yourself out completely. Like whatever you can buy, just buy it.
Yeah.
So everybody had great weapons. They had like good positioning, maintaining corridors, and like the call outs were really good and really solid, and it was really good. It was really perfect. Definitely was. I don't know. It just felt really solid. It was like that great Counter-Strike moment of like everything just clicked.
Yeah, that's why
like perfect.
Whenever I end up playing Counter-Strike, it kind of makes me sad that I never really fully kept working on StarCraft. I never kept getting good at like things like Call of Duty and stuff. But when I play Counter-Strike, sorry, when you get that good competitive vibe going on,
yeah, well,
I'm kind of sad that back in the day when I started playing 1.6 or Source and all that stuff that I didn't.
You like go with it harder.
Keep going and just like freaking do it, because
like I'm definitely enjoying the like. I'm using a wireless mouse right now, which is killing me a little bit. I'm gonna be getting a hardwired one on the weekend, so like I'm gonna see if that improves my game. I'm gonna start tweaking with like frames, and like I'm gonna have my new gaming PC, so it's gonna be. I'm not gonna have to worry about that, and like I'm trying to optimize my rig so I can get the best performance out of it and maintain that like. Not training, but like maintaining that skill or improving my skill on it. So it's just, I don't know, it's something to work for every day. Like I wake up, it's a couple matches in arms race.
Plus I feel like every time I get to play with you guys in the morning, I at least show you something random.
Yeah, it's like a couple of neat little tricks. Like you taught me the trick of like when you think somebody's coming around the corner, just start spraying and then dodge around the corner.
Yeah, like if you hear footsteps, you're just like, no, he's not stopping. He doesn't know I'm here yet. I'm gonna fire and go around.
Well, it's like I got killed by that. Next round, I got him.
The funny thing is, when you got
that.
killed by it, I'm like, Devin, don't be afraid to pre-fire. And then like the dude runs around pre-firing. I'm just like, that's exactly what that guy knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, but like the next round, I was
starting to do it.
Like not camping B, but like making sure that B was good. Yeah. Guy hears some footsteps running in the corner, just started spraying and just dashed out into the corner, got a headshot. Like it was just
because the guy will hear gunshot and be like, I don't see, and then by the time he like maybe looks around and be like, "Yo, is it?" And then you're there, and he's like, "Oh," and then it's over.
Yeah,
that's my explanation.
I don't know, it's just really good,
frame by frame, a comic strip right there.
But there was also like, there was a couple of times I had like the op, and I'm not really the greatest with the op, but I had Banana locked down and just like holding the fort.
Banana is a call out in a map that has a curvy corridor.
We call Banana.
Yeah, and it's yellow. It used to be yellow in the older one. So yeah.
But I don't know, it just like lock it. Like it feels really satisfying when you're playing around and the whole team's coming at you, and there's only two of you holding down a corridor with like, everybody else is off at another bomb site trying to manage it, and you've got 5 guys rolling down on you, and you manage to take out like even like 2 or 3, and you're like, all right, guys, these guys are hit, just like go in and clean them up, and then other teammates just roll in and finish it.
Yeah,
like
that's the thing. Is like even though. Not to talk you guys down, but even though like you and Aiku Will or Douglas maybe aren't the greatest when it comes to like the gameplay side, like sometimes you'll miss shots or you don't know like the fine little things in it. The fact that you'll do call outs of, say you're getting shot and you're like, I know I got 2 hits on that guy must be like 50 health, and then that tells us like, holy shit, if we go around, that means like we could sandwich him, or if you die, I know like I can have a better chance of winning. And just like the communication means that even though you guys maybe don't get as many kills or don't die, you're helping the team in like a whole other fucking way than someone who would just be like silent, just
I died, like whatever. Like I feel that like even just little call outs help out in every way, and I think that guy we were playing with said it the best, is like, doesn't matter if you die or not, we won the round. That's all that matters. Like keep going.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
But
I liked it. I like it. I'm liking the CS:GO. I really am. So
yeah, it's crazy. I'm
getting pretty.
I really hope. I don't remember
into it.
what they said, but I think the esports case has netted over 200K of prize money now, or something, or more.
Oh, really?
So I really hope that CS:GO gets the treatment that Dota has, which is like the replays, the crazy spectating mode, and all that stuff. If ever that gets added in a patch, that would be super awesome.
Well,
like I really wish.
I just think it's really cool to, like, even when I'm dead and like I'm watching a guy who's better than me,
Yeah.
just like watching how he's moving and like, all right, trying to like, check corners or, like running around with his knife and then immediately switching to a different gun, like just like right at the perfect moment before somebody rolls around the corner based off footsteps. It's just, I don't know. It seems like I never think I would see this in a first-person shooter of this like crazy, like kind of tacticalness of it.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty is more like, all right, just spray and pray, like,
Well, there's a lot of tactics to Call of Duty as well, but yeah, I don't know. There's something about the way Counter-Strike plays that definitely
I don't know, it
feels
scratches
different.
that unique itch.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. It's different. It's definitely different, but it hits a lot of good notes.
Yeah, it really does.
Are you saying I should try Counter-Strike?
If you were to, the thing is like, you getting into Dota, that's tough because that game is the knowledge behind it. Like the more you play, you learn about heroes and stuff.
And really bad at it.
Yeah, so there's that maybe. But in Counter-Strike, if you're not good with first person shooters, like just the aim on, like the how fast you can aim on someone and hit shoot, then you've got like two things to learn in Counter-Strike. You've got the maps to learn, you've got the little tricks to learn, and you've got to get better at like aiming and such.
Yeah, well, like I was terrible at aiming when I first started,
Yeah.
and now when I'm checking corners, I immediately know where like theoretically they would be if they are like where the head's located and stuff like that, or like if I'm waiting for someone to run around the corner, just like all right, my reaction time is gonna move me here, so I'll place right here as opposed to aiming at the wall and tracking. Like
also that you learn in Counter-Strike pretty fast when you turn a corner and you get like annihilated from a corner. You're just like, I didn't know people could go there. Now I know to check there all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really like I don't know. It's weird, but it feels really nice.
Dan, I'd say give it a shot. It's really easy to get into like the deathmatch servers or the arms race servers if you just want to get better at it.
I did arms race first. That's all I played before I went to classic, like casual.
Yeah.
All I played was arms race, and that's just gun game, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets you better. You're not checking corners or anything, but it gets you better at like where aiming is and how the guns feel, and it's just I don't know, it's nice.
Yeah, but no, what I was gonna say, but if you just want to get in and shoot things and just kind of try it out, it's really easy to get in and not feel too frustrated.
I don't like deathmatch for that. I find I get really frustrated in deathmatch.
Deathmatch shouldn't be about the score. When I'm in there, don't even focus on the score. Just get it. Use that to kind of focus on, because people spawn in instantly and they'll be in front of you. So deathmatch should be, I find, primarily used to like get your aim good for like spotting someone and then seeing how fast you can get your crosshair on it. Whether you get shot or die instantly because he's still at invulnerability, it's a really good test to kind of be like, just test your twitch reflexes, sort of. Especially because people can spawn behind you and stuff, and you take a shot, you can get good at like 180ing and trying to hit people or doing weird shit like that. But yeah, no, it's really easy to jump in, Dan, especially if you want to play non-competitive matches, which is you can jump in and leave at any time and not have any crazy penalties.
That's great.
But
Yeah. And
if you're willing to try to go like Devin's level of sort of commitment, I guess, to try and get better, it does take practice.
No.
I'm playing a good solid hour and a half.
Yeah.
Every day.
Now, the only thing, though, is if you're getting it to play with us, you'd only really play with, let's say, me if ever I'm doing some warm-ups in arms race or deathmatch before I go into a serious match. So there's that as well. Because I don't like wasting time on the classic
you know
casual
what, Dan?
matches.
Dan, just message me. I'll play with
So
you.
that you can play with Devin.
I'll play with you, Dan.
And you won't hear frustrating ratios. You're like, fucking goddamn it.
You were fucking pissed at that match today.
Oh, well,
when we were being dominated. You were fucking angry.
There was only certain times where that one dude would like come around the corner. We were playing with a certain guy who was
Like,
every
borderlining, like if I didn't know better, I would be like fucking hacking, but it's just the game.
So what happens is one of the guns in the game, obviously the AK-47, you have 100 health in the game. You can buy a helmet like Kevlar helmets or armor, and then you get a helmet. So helmet reduces headshot damage. So the M4 is the counter-terrorist gun, and the AK is the terrorist gun. The counter-terrorist gun, the M4, takes 2 shots to the head if you have helmet, because it'll do like 80 damage and then whatever, another 80 and kill him. The AK, no matter what, if you have armor or not, let's say you have armor on, it still does 105 damage if you hit him in the face. So it's a single bullet. So what that means is, let's say you're playing against someone who's really good at aiming, he can pop around the corner, and if his twitch is good enough to land on your face and fire a single shot, it's over for you.
That happened a lot.
And that guy was really good at it. And it was
like
crazy.
Excessively good. Like be like showing maybe a little tiny bit of the top of the head, and he'd be dropping you.
But it's crazy. Like at first you think it'd be hacking, but when you watch like pros play, the fact that their crosshair is always head level, and you'll notice that if you're running down like a hallway, and say the hallway ends in a T and there's left and right, they'll never be aiming in the middle, ready to twitch to one side or the other. They'll be aiming at the corner with like a few centimeters to give them the reaction of the dude walking by. Like they'll know exactly where they have to aim. There's no like bullshit, hey, I'm wandering around, I'm gonna look left and right. I know you're gonna come around this corner. I'm aiming right in head level. If you turn the corner, there's no chance you're surviving. Because just from playing so much, you know, hey, those people died over there. There's no way in fucking hell someone's coming from that left side. The only place, if there's still somebody alive on this side, will be the right. Like just that crazy game sense is just insane.
It's all about game sense. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'd probably talking up Counter-Strike a lot, but it is really fun. And
I don't know. I'm really talking it up because I'm like
into it,
super fucking into it right now.
Yeah. But anyways, I hope spectator stuff happens to that game because I would love to watch a international with Counter-Strike where
sweet.
You have in-game announcers and they can like draw on like an in-game map and shit and do like they were doing with Dota. Like that was really cool, and have hints and crazy stuff pop up. It's definitely possible. The UI is already laid out to do it. I guess it just means that they have to put the manpower to make it all work.
Yep. Wonder if it's easily transitionable. It can easily be ported from Dota to Counter-Strike.
Well, they did a UI change like a year ago or something that made it look like the Dota UI with the top things.
Yeah.
But those tabs you can't go to when you're in game, but Dota you can. Like there's just weird stuff they'd have to tweak. But all I'd want is just the like Dota saves every match to the cloud, so you can go and watch it all like at any time. I would really like that in Counter-Strike. Sometimes you have a really good match, and you know you're not recording every match you do. But if you want to go back and be like, man, like, or say you do a match and you get dominated, and you're just like, man, I want to know what happened there. Like, what were they doing? It would be really cool to kind of go in there and look at what they did. That and like. That's why Black Ops or Call of Duty games are kind of awesome now, is to have that theater mode or whatever, because you can kind of go in and learn things that you didn't know. And that's why now when I look at pros play Counter-Strike, you see like, man, if I do the same grenade throw he did where I hit it off like a wall and it bounced off like a box and then landed through like a window area outside, but I didn't even know you could do that. Like just cool shit like that. It's really cool to learn from other players who are possibly way better than you, but...
Well, like today I was learning about the jump smoke grenades that the guy was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Just like perfect, like almost every single time was perfect, except that one time where he like hucked it up onto the roof.
Yeah. But, yeah.
It's fun.
Counter-Strike's cool. I hope it goes next level one day. Be cool.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Guess we roll into some news?
Hold on now.
What do you got? What do you got?
There's something I wanted to talk about. I forget what it was, though. Oh, yeah. I played some Shadow Warrior.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
You know what? Super cool.
Oh, yeah?
The thing was like pretty much full price. It was $39 for a PC game, which I was kind of like, well, it was $39 for the collector's edition, which I bought for some reason because it gave you extra weapons.
You support the gaming industry.
I support the indie gaming industry. So it's kind of indie, Devolver Digital. They made Hard Reset and some other stuff. It's cool. That game is from the makers of Hard Reset, Hotline Miami, and Serious Sam.
Really?
Sort of like developers from that, I believe.
Oh, wow.
But I always tell you guys, hey, I like those Twitch shooter games like Rise of the Triad and all that stuff. I never actually finished Rise of the Triad, but playing Shadow Warrior, it has really cool melee combat. There's like cool deflections, and there's like a jump dash, and like the neatest thing about it is you put in combos to kind of attack. So you say you want to do a charged sword swing, you would like double tap forward, hit left click. And then you'd kind of charge it up, and then you like go to stab. But there's also like magic you can cast, like you can heal yourself and cast shockwaves, or like an exploding shockwave, or a shockwave of like a line that lifts people into the air. You can also do moves where your katana will be magic, and then you'll kind of shoot out like a cut wind thing that'll rip people in half. But all that stuff is like double tap side, right click, hold, charge it, let go. So you get into the game also has guns, but you get into like these cool, if you choose to go like the katana route or the melee weapon route, because you can have like the dildo bat from Saints Row or the hammer from Serious Sam if you want it as weapons. But if say you're just doing swordplay, you can get to the combat where there's like 20 people rushing at you, and you're cutting people down, and you're knocking people down around you to charge some dude and stab him in the face and like dash back and then like do like AoE attacks. And
So it almost feels like
sort
a
of-
fighter, like a.
yeah, and you're like double tapping and clicking and charging shit, and you're like,
So it's
this
just
feels
really a
sick.
like combo system that really works well with the combat and like
Yeah.
lots of enemies at once.
Yeah, and the violence looks really cool. You can also do something where you kind of charge your sword and then you do like a whirlwind attack. So normally what I do is I'll like dash into a group of people, like explode outwards, do the shockwave, then charge that up, and as they're getting up, I spin around and just the camera follows as you're cutting, and you're just getting people like sliced in half, and it doesn't. It seems to cut perfectly along the blade, but sometimes it kind of cuts a little off. But it's a really cool feeling to do a spin thing and people like ripping in half and like in pieces, and there's gore flying everywhere, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? You're still trying to kill other things, and you're switching between guns. It
It
has
sounds
some
pretty
really sick
intense.
combat.
How does it look? Like
It looks really good.
like real pretty.
Yeah, I can only put it on like high or medium-ish,
Oh wow.
but there's some really cool lighting effects, and
Man,
yeah, it
that
feels
sounds
really
good.
cool.
I've got this weird like need. I was trying to find a game to play, and I was
Yeah.
going through my library, being like, no. So maybe that could be something to pick up.
To talk about something that's fun with that game is I told you it's a Twitch shooter, right?
Yeah.
So I was playing that, and then I think that night I went to go play Counter-Strike with Skinned.
Yeah.
To play a like Twitch shooter game for multiple hours straight, and then to try and go into Counter-Strike, you are good to go. Like you
Really?
you just load in, you're like hands everywhere, you're all dead. Like it's
Perfect
it's
game.
yeah, it's kind of awesome. But
Did
no,
you start doing charge attack holds to send out a like force wave with your knife?
no, that'd be super sick. It's Counter-Strike, you do it, you're like, wait a second, does anybody else know about this? Man, if you could dash attack in Counter-Strike, that'd be intense. But no, okay, so there's that crazy stuff in the combat.
Yeah.
But you pick up money, and you kind of have that search around, open doors, kind of finds things, so it's kind of like Bioshocky. And use that to upgrade your weapons. So you can upgrade your pistol, your katana, all that stuff, your machine gun, I don't know what
Yeah.
other weapons, there's rocket launchers, I'm pretty sure, and shotguns. Then you kind of get crystals that you can find. There's a shit ton of hidden spaces. So once again, Bioshock's kind of exploring. I say Bioshock, but there's a ton of other games that do it. And use those to upgrade which skills you want. So you can kind of make, okay, my heal's going to heal faster, or my heal's not going to cancel when I get shot. Or my heal, it technically only heals you up to 65 health, but if you get another thing, it'll go up to 85. Or my shockwave is going to knock people down for 5 seconds, not 3 seconds. So you can kind of upgrade your skills.
Yeah. According to the playstyle you use.
Yeah, and then if you're killing things, it kind of has what was that shooting game there with the whip and people can fly made it?
Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm, where I shoot a guy in the face, I launch him in the air, I kill him. You get like a fire kill times whatever karma points, because you get points for doing kills like that.
All right.
And you level up. So every time you level up, you get a skill point that then you can increase yourself. So hey, you take less fire damage. Hey, you do more damage to lesser minions, to bigger minions. You have more health. You sprint faster. Your stamina comes back faster. You can dash more, dash farther. Like weird. Just there's all these things building onto the game. I'm like, what the fuck is this game? This is fantastic. And yeah, I don't know.
It seems really cool.
I went
actually.
in there just being like, this is gonna be another Twitch shooter fun game, to like, this is a really fucking crazy awesome game.
Worth $35.99.
Worth $35.99 officially now.
All right.
Did you get the old Shadow Warrior with that?
The old Shadow Warrior was free a long time ago that I was able to pick up for free on Steam,
okay.
which was pretty great. But yeah, the main character's name is still Lo Wang, and they have some pretty good lines. It starts off pretty cheesy. It always stays pretty cheesy.
Those are kind of the best though.
Yeah, but the game is not afraid to make fun of itself or
Oh,
just
really?
random things.
It's pretty good about
Like,
it.
There's bunnies running around. You can catch them having sex, or if you kill it does like the chicken thing from Zelda. So if you kill enough of them, it spawns a fucking big demon like black rabbit that's super fast and has fire coming out of it, and it tries to kill you, and it like starts this crazy rock solo, and it's just and he's like coming after you, like, what the fuck is this? I didn't even expect it. And it's crazy. There's just
Pretty sweet.
there's so much dumb shit in that game, and it's like, you rate a 7 on my wangometer. You're like, that's really dumb. It's really, give me more of it.
Of the Wango meter.
The wangometer. Yeah, it's pretty great.
Wonderful.
I liked my adventures in Shadow Warrior. I also tried Terraria.
Yeah. How was that?
That new patch is pretty sweet. I didn't get to experience much of it, But from what I did experience is that they added ropes and stuff to the game. They added waterfalls. That's pretty great. The first thing you end up doing in Terraria, or that I ended up doing, was digging downwards. And then so you have that like hell elevator to get to the bottom to get all the good minerals. But you can place down ropes to make it easier to go down. So you just kind of hit down, you slide down, and you start going really fast. Like the longer you go, you just keep accelerating down ropes. But people can like, take out some ropes and then, or just, hey, there's no lighting here. Hey, by the way, there's no ropes there. I ended up spending like maybe an hour and a half of that game where 30 minutes of that was me just falling to my death. It's like, hey, Riccio doesn't know how to bounce. Hey, Riccio landed on his feet through his face. Hey, Riccio's dead from falling. Like just people watching me because I was playing multiplayer.
Yeah.
And everybody laughing at you because they take away all the ropes.
Don't know how to use ropes.
Don't know the ropes. Or
You don't know the ropes.
They had some cool stuff where you can open a map and you can just kind of like watch your buddies where they are. And then you can kind of lead your friends to doom, being like, yeah, no, I put water down there. It'll break your fall. And you just kind of look at their little face icon. That person does not know how to bounce. And then you're just like, who's laughing now, motherfucker? But no, it's really fun. I don't know. Terraria is pretty sweet. It's to jump ahead to a random news thing. Terraria 1.2 is pretty fantastic. Massive patch, 1,000 new items, like new songs, new biomes, new bosses, new crazy shit. 18 meg patch.
What?
18 meg patch. I was like, shit.
That's it?
Yeah, and now that guy's like, hey man, I'm done doing that patch. Time for Terraria 2 now. And I'm just like, what the fuck? That's pretty great.
Wow.
Well, isn't the entirety of Terraria like 62 megs or something?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I want to find out right now. I think with some patches it made its way up to 100. But yeah, I remember the first time I downloaded it, it was like 60 megs. So it is currently 47 megs actually.
Oh, wonderful.
It's smaller than I thought it was.
But like, that's the craziest thing because that game is ridiculous.
Yeah. I will point out one thing. For those of you who've played Terraria in the past and you've maybe had like weird lag in multiplayer and you're like, I don't want to go back to the multiplayer's garbage. You have like those eye things that just keep teleporting and I die. They seem to have fixed the netcode somehow.
Okay.
It doesn't have any of that twitchy, laggy, fucking random murder death stuff. Even with people connecting from the UK and I'm in Canada, that was surprising. So I don't know what you did, Terraria guy, but
Wicked.
You did it good in 18 megs. Like holy shit.
How condensed must that fucking patch be?
Well, the game is I think it's more lines of code. There wasn't that many.
Yeah.
And when you're adding like textures or like new art assets to that game, they're just like teeny little.
Yeah, that's true.
Pixel arts. So there's that. But yeah, I feel like there's something else I played, but I think that's it.
All right, let's roll into some news.
Oops, wrong. Oh, I'm fucking up everything. I'm just gonna hit my tab button. Hey, did you guys know that on the PS4? Oh, okay, never mind. I just reread this and it makes sense now. On the PS4, say, hey, I'm playing Knack on the PS4.
Go
and
on.
then you want to play co-op with me, you can use the Vita as a screen. They were saying, the news was earlier this week that you'd be able to have a split screen experience where the second screen was actually being on a Vita.
All right.
That is apparently bullshit, according
okay.
to this. So, but what is cool, however, is that, hey, say I'm playing Knack right here, and
Yeah.
Devin, you're at your house, and your Vita, for some fucking reason, is linked up to my PlayStation 4.
Okay.
You could co-op from your house
Oh, that's cool.
on my PS4 through the internet
Wicked.
with me playing locally as the main player.
That's pretty cool.
Actually, I wonder if you could be like, yeah, Knack, for example, let's say. Or,
I'm so disappointed, Dan, you're not getting Knack.
or
Bastard.
let's say
I
we're at,
might.
what?
I might.
You might, okay. So let me put it this way. Say we're at Dan's house.
Yeah?
And we're like, Dan, let's play Knack. Dan, you don't have Knack. Devin and I pull out our Vitas. I'm like, well, I have Knack on my place. We just start playing Knack on our Vitas from my PlayStation. We do co-op. Dan gets left alone in his own house.
Yeah, that's very true.
Anyway, it seems pretty cool. The PS4 stuff seems really neat.
I'm super excited to see how that PS4 interacts with my Vita. Like, really excited.
I've got a buddy in the chat now. I don't want to read his chat. Hey, you guys like that third Steam announcement that was like way right after our podcast last week?
Yeah, the controller?
Yeah, Steam controller. That people were saying looks like an owl or just weird shit.
Boombox.
So what was the?
It looks like the Steam,
The
the black cat is what I think.
You know that super funny thing with that guy who reads those animal things?
Oh,
man, what
True
is
Facts.
Yeah, but what is that big-eyed thing that we laughed about?
The like lemur
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Oh man, now it's gonna kill me.
Oh well.
Shit.
Uh,
Oh, man, that was a great study
I can't remember it.
session.
Anyways, yes, it looks like an animal with massive eyes, but it's cool. It's like 2 touch pads, and it's got a touch screen which has probably the neatest thing I've ever heard, where you rest your finger on it, but tapping it doesn't do anything. When you rest your finger on it, it pops up. Let's say you're playing on your PC, it'll pop up on your fucking screen what is on that little screen, so you don't even have to look down.
You just scroll.
Yeah, but it activates only when you click it in. So, hey, let's say I'm playing something with a fucking weapon wheel. Say, I don't know, like Mass Effect.
Yeah.
And then I put my finger on it, and it spawns that weapon wheel. I could just like swipe to the side and just click it in, and not have to look down like Wii U style of being like, okay, let me just kind of do. I know that's like half a second of missing the screen, but it kind of seems neat that you could kind of not even have to lift most of your fingers, but keep your eyes straight on the screen and see things. And
Yeah, it seems like they're really doing. How many buttons? There are 6 triggers.
There's 2 on the top,
2 on the bottom,
and 2 that you can squeeze on the handles.
On the handles,
and then
there's a touch, like it's touch sensitive on the triggers on the top for scoping and zooming. If I remember correctly, like the bumpers are touch sensitive.
I don't know if they're touch sensitive. Maybe they are. I didn't read that part though. Then
and then there's
that sounds cool as shit though.
From what I heard from the describe of it, instead of having to like click in, you just like scroll your finger like right,
cool.
and it's like pff, pff, in and out.
That'd be cool.
The trackpads are buttons themselves for left and right click.
And you can click those in.
Yeah, click those in, and then it's got the 4 buttons that are kind of like molded. ABXY that are molded to the side of it. Then you've got your trackpad or your touch screen in the center.
Yeah.
And you start and select.
Yeah.
It seems fucking crazy.
It seems really cool. The guy who made Super Meat Boy actually tried it and said that it is weird to get used to, but if it had like nibs on it or nipples on it to kind of know, hey, I'm at the edge now, or kind of know where you're on the controller. But he said it worked pretty good with Super Meat Boy, which is a pretty
super specific.
Yeah, which I don't know. Like, I wonder how. Like, do you start in the middle and then like roll your finger to the right and then hold it there?
I think it.
Or if you just tap on the.
I think it auto resets. From one of the people that I was reading, I think it was like a developer forum, as like how like an analog stick, you click it auto resets in the center. When you stop touching it, it auto resets back to the center. So wherever you touch on the
you can also like drag slowly,
and like I just think it's like pretty sweet functionality.
Yeah, it seems neat. It seems like it's huge D-pads almost.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy.
But, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna pick one up.
Yeah, thoughts on it, Dan? I know we've been talking a lot here, but
I don't know. I mean, I kind of already like the Xbox 360 controller, so maybe that's not aimed at me because I've already got a PC hooked up to a TV.
Yeah.
I'm not buying a Steam box. I'm not gonna install SteamOS on something just to have it.
Not to mention that you're also picking up a PS4, which their controllers will work day one with just plugging in USB. Now I don't know if
it's great.
I think that's awesome.
But I don't know if it's going to be able to kind of detect, like, let's say you go into a game that automatically has the buttons for the 360 controller. Will it kind of have a way to hack into that?
I bet you it's the same API.
I'm hoping so, because if you plug in like a PS3 controller right now, it doesn't do that.
But like the way that they're saying is plug and play compatible. I bet you the API is loaded in the controller, and it'll do what the 360 one where it does when you plug it in. It just dumps its software on, and it's in the background. It's never pops up being like, it was a Xbox 360 controller. It just will probably dump it there. Same kind of thing.
Even if you don't do the drivers, it knows it's an Xbox 360 controller.
Yeah, exactly. Though. So it's like, I bet you it'll do the exact same thing.
I hope so. Or I hope there's going to be an easy way to hack it to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that either, though, because, I mean, once I get the PS4, I don't think I'm going to be getting much stuff on PC for a while.
That's true.
Yeah, I was talking to Devin about it, because he just recently bought like a video card for his computer and stuff, and I've kind of wanted to do the same. But I realize that I feel that way now because the games I'm currently playing feel like I can't play them to what I want to.
Yep.
But the second November rolls around, and I don't feel like that, oh man, it's running garbage on my computer, because I will just buy it for the PS4. Then I don't need to spend that chunk of money to get like a video card or whatever.
The reason why I did it was I wanted to move away from my laptop as my desktop.
That's the thing with you is you didn't actually have a desktop.
Yeah, I didn't have a desktop.
Yeah.
So I decided to go with like a medium to high card, not the highest one. I was gonna drop like $400 or $500 into the card, and then it was like, no, that's pointless. Like, why would I do that when I can just go with the one that'll play everything on high right now, and then I can get my PS4 later. So it's pretty sweet. Holy shit, there's a lot of physical buttons. I count 16.
So there's 8 buttons you can reach on the Steam controller without lifting your fingers from the trackpads. And other than that, there's 16 buttons.
Wow. That's pretty
Yeah,
intense.
so apparently the buttons in the back that you can squeeze might also be trackpads as well.
Oh, so it's the same as that. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
The grip things.
Yeah.
Either way, as much as it looks really weird, it looks like something that's really weird to look at, as well as you don't know if it's going to be comfy. But if it's comfy and it actually works properly, that could be really cool.
Yeah, it definitely could kind of fill that niche market.
Yeah.
Because I feel like kind of sometimes playing games with the 360 controller, I feel like it's just bolted in.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really, there's not that flow to it.
Not to mention if they do trackpads and a kind of not a whatchamacallit, a touchscreen that requires your touch and all that crazy stuff, like really good.
Yeah.
That controller, if it like retails for like, I don't know, something stupid like $40 or something, where it seems like that bargain price, but is also fucking
Built really well and
solid,
solid.
and packed full of technology, that'd be awesome. Because I feel like even though Steam would maybe lose, say, a little bit of money by selling it, let's say if they lose a little bit, people are going to go on Steam and buy shit anyway to enjoy those things with. And then
That is very true. They'll make their cash back up.
Anyway, moving on.
They're pretty savvy about that, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be something crazy.
Yeah. But moving on to other news, Watch Dogs has been confirmed on the Xbox One and the PS4 to be only running at 30 frames.
That's kind of a disappointment.
I was thinking...
I don't care.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that as well, until they also showed the specs for the PC version, and you need a pretty bustin'-ass PC to play
really?
some, even just medium-ish. Like, my computer won't even maybe run it on medium or even low,
Oh,
like
wow.
shit low. So there's that. But there's a difference between a game being announced for a console and running at 30 frames, say next gen, I'm hoping, to something like, hey, Halo 4 runs at 30 frames a second. Because, hey, Halo 4 runs at 30 frames a second most of the time. A lot of the times it's dipping.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
True. It's going to be a solid 30 frames.
Yeah. So if Ubisoft is going like, yeah, we knocked it down to 30 because it kept dipping past 60 and going to like 48, let's say.
Yeah.
Well, then they'll be like, let's just lock it at 30, and it'll be fucking locked at 30 the entire time. Then you don't notice it as much. You don't have that weird judder when you're looking around. It's still not as smooth as 60, but it's not as bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't think it'll be that bad. At first I was kind of sad, but then I saw the PC stuff anyway. I was like, well, it's not like I could be like, oh, it's only 30 frames. I'm going to get it on PC and then run it at 10. So,
Wonderful.
yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'm sure it's going to still be a fantastic game.
And 60 frames to be too much, so
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll be fine with that.
But, yeah.
Oh, you know what we played? We played some Battlefield 4 fucking beta.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what it was. That's what wasn't written on it.
And that was grayscale.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 is a weird-ass game.
Like, not weird. Like, Battlefield 3 beta was, like, weird in a good way.
I recorded a video of that, too.
Yeah, that's weird in a good way. This one's just weird in, like, a still janky-ass fucking almost alpha-y looking, runs like shit on decent...
I think it runs like shit, but the gameplay is definitely there and working.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. The systems are there. The game just needs to be tweaked.
I feel like the UI was weird,
Yeah.
but it's one of those like, yo, I don't know where the fuck things are, but once you know, it's okay. But that initial like, yo, wait, how do you spawn? Because the spawn system is integrated into the visuals. Like you're looking at a map and you have like the 3 capture points, and you're like, do I just click on it? And you click on it, like, oh, okay, good. Okay, I want to spawn on my teammates. And you're like, where do I select
the
it?
system?
Oh, if I click on the teammate, then I get a picture-in-picture and I can spawn on them, and that's great. I'm pretty sure there's hotkeys or there's other ways, but I don't know. We only played for like 30 minutes to an hour or something.
Yeah.
And we didn't figure it out that much, but
Play some more.
squads are now up to 5 people,
Yep.
which is good. You also have in-game voice chat, which is another plus. You don't have to open it up in Battlelog and stuff. However, you still have to open up Battlelog,
Fucking A, that thing
Which-
is atrocious.
which it's not horrible. It's just not an improvement, I'd say, over third Battlefield 3 Battlelog. It still uses like the weird janky filters and like Devin and I want to join a game. We want to join a game that has like 2 slots full, but to do that, we can only find games that are 5 to 10, or it's like it's like 1 slot full, one slot empty, or it's like 2 to 5. But then 2 to 5 never really finds any matches, or it finds us matches that have not enough people or just enough people in it. But then you click on it and it's full. And then if you want to go higher than that, it's 10 plus. So you're finding servers with just like 1 person in it. It's I don't know. It's weird shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
it was
you
just
go to join and it doesn't really join. Then someone's already joined before you and it
or
kicks you back out.
crashes and like
I don't know. It makes me sad that. It makes me happy, sorry, that I'm not going to play the PC version, because I know, Devin, you're getting the PS4 version. So people I know are getting the PS4 version. So knowing an in-game server browser or just in-game, hey, Devin, I'm going to send you a party invite. You're going to join my squad. I'm going to hit quick match. We're going to find something.
where everything's done so smoothly and so quickly.
Yeah.
That's what I want, as opposed to this open up battle log, find your party, go into Origin. All right, add this.
You hit quick
find
match.
a server. Wait 10 minutes. Oh, you got kicked out of that server? Find another server. Like, it's just...
The thing is, on PC, you can hit quick match, but 9 times out of 10, at least when I've been playing, I know some people sometimes it maybe works fine, but when we've been playing, I hit quick match, we get in a server, it's either empty and it's just us 2, or well, not, we didn't try it with 4, but I probably should have, but it'll send you into just matches like, oh, there's 1 person playing, wait for it to fill up, and you just kind of sit there like, no one's going to join this because...
There's no one here.
Yeah.
So maybe there's not the volume yet to utilize that quick match feature, but it's
even
just
then when I go
really...
back to 3 and try to hit quick match, it doesn't run so good.
Yeah.
But anyways, gameplay wise, it ran pretty cool. Like it has some neat changes to it.
The destructive building, I feel that like they should have gone, like, I know they went pretty big with the skyscraper, but like people were just flying choppers, ditching out of them, landing on buildings and just setting up
every
sniper
other
camps.
building, which is like there's 40 other buildings in that map, you can just stand on top and you can't shoot those down. So you have just snipers everywhere shooting downwards. You're like, well, I can see the tip of your face. You can see all of me. And I can't hit you with anything unless I take out a sniper, but chances are you've seen me. So that's kind of poopy.
Yeah.
But also, that skyscraper is really weird. I actually want to record some footage of me being on top as it falls down. But it does like that, like you know it's falling. And then the second it moves a centimeter, everybody standing on top just instantly suicides. Just, you don't get to like... roll it down and then like jump off. You hear that sound, you have to fucking jump off because it's about to just tilt and just kill everybody and then just fall. So that
That's a little bit of disappointment.
I was sad. I was like, man, I just want to slide this thing down and get like annihilated by it. And but the good thing is, I was also wondering is when you're dead, you kind of have a top-down view and you have all the arrows saying where people are. I was like, well, how does the map change when the building falls? Like, is it top-down like 3D? Is this the world? No, when it falls, it just goes like the building square, like from top down to just
Really?
it on the ground. Just doesn't even have like a. It was sad. I thought it'd be really cool if you saw it falling and it was like that was a 3D representation of the map top down in some like super low res.
Yeah.
I actually had fun playing. We had fun playing, even though we were getting destroyed.
Yeah, like hard.
Yeah, but
It was still fun.
it was still fun. The entire time I think we were both just like, man, PS4 version is gonna be so good.
Yep. The whole time we're just like, the PC version's gonna be weird. PS4, yep.
But the thing is, the snipers on the map, on the top of the buildings, on PS4, people probably won't aim so good, so...
You'll have a little bit more
You'll be like, oh, there's someone trying to snipe us. Why don't we just sprint?
Yeah.
But, yeah, anyways, yeah, there's that.
What we got?
This is the... If you guys are in the US, this will be helpful. If you're in the Europes, this won't be helpful. But October's PlayStation Plus free games will be San Mora, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, which is already free right now. That's free right now.
Oh, nice.
Poker Night at the Inventory 2, Shadow of the Colossus, and Hotline Miami.
I really want to play that.
Those not so good. Those not
Kingdoms
so
of
bad.
Amalur.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty cool. Currently in the crazy mess that is Grand Theft Auto Online. First, Rockstar said that they're going to be putting out a patch tomorrow, which is going to be Friday, which you guys might already be downloading that patch if you're interested. Don't know what's going to fix, probably stability stuff or just some weird stuff with the online. But also, in this time where the servers have been fucked, Rockstar has disabled the microtransactions to buy in-game money with real-world money. Simply because if you buy that and your character gets deleted,
That sucks.
money's gone. Or just some weird shit where I'm guessing you could buy it and then maybe it didn't autosave, and then what happened, and oh no, it's gone. My $15 they've while the servers are completely fucked, they're just not allowing that right now. So that's
just a good move.
Yeah. Now I understand why you'd want to buy $1.5 million, because then you could just go buy an apartment and then not worry about shit. But I feel like you wouldn't feel like you've earned it, which is the reason I want to keep like working at it and getting money. Yeah, that's
working away up from the muck.
Yeah. I didn't get to read that thing. Oh yeah. So Games for Windows Live is something that's going to be shutting down soon for the PC. Games will just kind of patch it out, or weird stuff is going to happen where I forget if it's like this, you can still sign in and play those games, but the online services for it will be gone or something.
All right.
But anyways, first wave of things have started to kind of get that update, or soon. BioShock 2 for the PC is going to be one of the first ones.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to lose Games for Windows Live compatibility. But in that change or merge or whatever, it's also getting Minerva's Den for free.
Oh.
Which is one of the fucking greatest DLCs that I've played in a while. When I played it, it's just going to be free for PC, and it's really good. And you guys can go play it if you have BioShock 2 on PC.
Did you know, apparently, some of the people that worked on that made Gone Home?
Really?
I think I've heard that, but I'm not sure.
That's really cool.
I still have not finished Gone Home. I feel really bad, you guys. It's gonna get recorded tomorrow, I hope.
Also, just a real quick update on this GTA Online situation. Was still at launching session.
You were still, so you shut it down?
I shut it down. I restarted.
Okay.
Okay.
That was like 40 minutes of that. So
yeah. It was probably fine.
It's going anywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Dark Souls 2 footage got sort of leaked or something. It was like this weird, I'm gonna say Japanese.
It was Japanese beta.
Yeah, Japanese beta, and it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks really neat.
Some people want to stay dark to it, so I'll just kind of talk really general about it. They don't really show any story stuff, but the combat feels faster. If you know Dark Souls, you know what I'm talking about, where people who you've summoned into your game, if you drink your Estus Flask, you no longer heal them. They have to drink their Estus Flask themselves. So it's like they're in your world, as well as when you kill things, everybody seems to get souls, as well as if they also get item drops in your world that they can pick up. And not steal from you, but they can pick up. So it seems like it's becoming a bit more co-op friendly. But I still don't know. They still had like the words on the ground to summon people, so it doesn't look like you can just invite people into your game. So it's like they're getting there, but not. But the point is, I'll be getting it for PC, which means that I'll be able to probably throw a config file in there. It's like, hey, just look for these IPs. And that'll be my friend's IPs. Hey, let's play. It's good.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, Grand Theft Auto loaded.
Yeah!
Good job.
You can do it, Dan. Dark Souls 2 looks really good. Hey, you guys like that Walking Dead game that came out that we keep talking about so many times?
Yeah.
Episode 1 is now, I think, officially free on PS3 and 360, just for episode 1.
Cool.
This probably has something to do with what is it called? The Wolf Among Us?
Yep.
Which is the Telltale's new game that they're putting out before the second season of Walking Dead, which is now also pre-orderable on Steam for $22 for all 5 episodes, and it says due out sometime in October.
Oh, wow, really?
I can't wait to play that.
That just snuck out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm trying to make sure it's called The Wolf Among Us.
The Wolf Among Us.
I just gotta make sure. Yes, The Wolf Among Us. Okay, so there's that. That's pretty cool. Fantastic stuff. This is the Watch Dogs PC requirements. It'll only support 64-bit OSs.
Yeah.
You will need a DirectX 11 card with at least 1 gig of RAM, but that's for minimum. You need recommended 2 gigs of RAM, like video memory.
Yeah.
And it's great shit.
Example 1 is a 560 Ti.
4 recommended.
Ultra is latest DirectX 11 card with 2 gigs of RAM or more.
Yeah.
Example 1 is a 670.
Yeah. The thing is that when you say things like this,
and
is
a
that
3930K.
Yeah.
That's a $600. Holy
so the thing
shit!
is,
I'm gonna be able to play that on Ultra.
The thing is, though, when they say Ultra like that, they always say, "Hey, you can play it on Ultra," but that's usually like, "Hey, you can play it on Ultra, maybe at 30 frames."
Yeah.
So at like a 700 series or whatever, maybe you'll be able to crack 60. Hopefully.
Jesus,
How
did they program that?
Yeah. So the point is like to go like, man, I'm glad I'm getting this on the PS4 because I know it'll just work, and I hope it'll just work.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I
that's
thought it was
crazy.
gonna be like, yeah, you need like a 650 minimum to play this. Like,
Yeah, but
that's intense.
yeah, there's nothing I didn't read. Hey, do you guys like AudioSurf? Because AudioSurf 2 is now part of Steam's early access, $15.
Cool.
That shit looks crazy.
Does anyone really like AudioSurf?
I like AudioSurf. I played that a lot when I first got Steam.
Same here.
I
played it
paid
maybe-
$1.50 for it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone's played AudioSurf, but
Do you
anyone
really like
really
it?
like it?
The thing is, I really
The
like
novelty wore off real quick for me.
I really like the monochrome game mode where you had to hit the good blocks, dodge the bad blocks.
Yeah.
It was super simple. AudioSurf 2 already has Steam Workshop stuff,
Oh, cool.
and people have made some pretty cool modes. But on this one, there's crazy screenshots. There's also the video they put out where you play as the chick from Mirror's Edge running, and you're jumping and crouching underneath the notes. So there's like
Oh.
different gameplay. There's also one where you're playing a dude skiing down the audio things and like ramping off the fucking notes and shit. Like I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know what's available in this, but if $15 and it looks like it's just completely fucking moddable to do anything you want with your music.
Neat.
I'd say wait on that because I bet you it'll be in every single Steam sale.
Yep.
Possibly.
Yep.
But no, it seems pretty crazy. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's wakeboarding and audio sprint was apparently the running thing that looks like the chick from Mirror's Edge. That's pretty cool.
Neat.
Neat stuff. Hey, did you guys download that new PS3 firmware?
Yep.
4.50?
Yep.
Apparently it added the ability that even if you don't have PlayStation Plus, say Devin, you're on your phone,
Yeah.
and hey, you heard that cool game Rain just came out on the PS3.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy that on your phone?
Sure.
Perfect. Hey, your PS3 just turned on at home and is downloading your purchase.
That is wonderful.
That's pretty cool.
That is actually really
That's
sweet.
actually really sick.
I like.
It's too bad that feature has never actually worked for me, even though I have Plus.
Really, mine always turns on, does all the updates I need to do, and when I load it on, like when I buy something on the Steam, the Sony store on my PC,
Yeah.
I hear it go ding, and then like boot up and load. It's really fucking sweet.
Mine has always done the updates, but it's never turned itself on to.
Oh,
download
really?
something.
I feel
I don't know why.
I feel
Yeah.
it's like the updates. How you set the updates to like check every 3 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
I think what happens is what would happen in this one is say you buy it and then you're not going to be home for the night. If it hits at like 3 a.m. or whatever time it is set to do, it'll check and then be like, oh, there's a new update or there's a new game you bought, and then it'll download it.
I really like that. It's such a huge huge hard drive in my PS3 now because I've just been like dumping crazy amounts. Like all the games I own for PS3 are all loaded onto my hard drive.
Hey Devin, what you said you had a huge hard drive in there, right?
Yeah.
You know the PS4 only has 500 gigs,
I
right?
know. And
Did you guys hear that Killzone Shadowfall
50 gigs?
is 50 gigs? What that means for the PS4 is you're probably going to upgrade that hard drive real quick, or else you can have like 6 games on there if you count like OS stuff and other random crap that'll probably
Yeah.
install. That's crazy.
I hope I hope it's really gonna allow you to do that thing where it's like, yo, you want to upgrade your hard drive? Just pop off this panel, slot this in, and away you go.
Yeah.
It'll automatically format it, load firmware onto it. Here's your OS. Like, go for it.
But
If that's the case, I'm gonna pick up a terabyte.
what makes me scared is like, Dan, I know you said you want to go full digital with this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So which games were you thinking of picking up at launch?
Shadowfall, Call of Duty. What's the Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs?
Okay. So that's about 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, about that.
So you would pretty much
Plus, I'll have like Drive Club and like a Rezo gun and the Plus stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Outlast, you're gonna play, I know, right, Dan? Dan, you're gonna play Outlast.
I actually want to play that.
So you could potentially get home day one and fucking max that hard drive out instantly, which seems kind of crazy. But if it's like Devin says, where it's really easy to upgrade, just like the PS3, then it's not really an issue. Though you still have to go out and buy another hard drive. But I don't know. I was expecting them to be huge games. I think I even talked about this like a while ago when we were talking about the hard drives when they first announced it. But to get like a concrete number of like, yo, Killzone Shadowfall is 50 gigs, it's like
Shit.
shit. That's
a lot.
like I'd understand like Call of Duty is probably going to be smaller because I don't know, multi-platform games seem to be smaller than like you have something like Uncharted, which is like what 36 gigs.
It expands to like 40
Yeah.
something.
But nothing on the 360 ever hits like over 16. So something that's basically only PS4 is probably gonna be 50 gigs because they're just gonna fucking max out on it. Xbox One is probably gonna do the same now, but I feel like something that's multi-plat like Call of Duty or Watch Dogs might be a little bit smaller
A
because
little more condensed.
yeah, just weirder stuff that they have to do. But I don't know, kind of crazy. Assassin's Creed 4 PC requirements also got leaked. Not leaked, but said it requires significantly less of a PC than Watch Dogs.
Yeah, it does.
It's pretty much
just looking at it now. It's
just
like
a teeny bit better than Assassin's Creed 3.
yeah.
So okay. Hey, you guys like that Mighty Number 9 Kickstarter?
What?
That dude who makes Mega Man made a Kickstarter to do some crazy stuff.
Cool.
It was going up and up and up and up and up, and it finally ended. They asked for 900,000. They made 3.8 million, and one of the final stretch goals they hit. Well, the one before they hit the PS4 and the Xbox One or something, or what was it? They hit one where they hit the PS3, 360, and Wii U versions. Then they added the extra modes, the challenge modes, all that stuff. But the final one that they hit, or one of the ones they hit, was PS Vita and 3DS versions.
Oh, really?
So that sounds hecka cool. Yeah, I backed it in the final hours, just because they put out a 9-second sort of like, hey, this is what the gameplay is gonna look like. Looked pretty cool. Figured I'd probably be able to get it cheaper when it comes out, but I was like, everybody who donates gets their name in the credits, so I want to be a part of that just ridiculous scrolling credit title screen. Just be like, my name's right there.
Feels really good.
And I'll
when
feel
it's that.
warm inside, and that's
Yep.
it. There's no real reason. Yeah. Hey, what's that game, Valve? They made some weird game no one really ever talks about.
I think it's Half-Life.
It's half of Half-Life. Is it
Half a
number
quarter?
Half-Life 1.5?
Quarter half.
3? I don't know. Some company named Valve trademarked Half-Life 3, whatever that means.
I
Did they
think
do it in Europe?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
in
they did.
Europe.
So there's that as well as that and a bug tracker, and then they found like lists of who's working on that and Left 4 Dead 3 and all this crazy stuff. Seems like Half-Life 3 is officially in development, kind of, even though people have been kind of saying that for a while. But now it feels like it's maybe in full swing. That could be because people are kind of rumoring or saying like, yo, maybe it's going to come out whenever the Steam OS, Steam Box, all that stuff comes out, and it'll be bundled with it. Like, imagine if, oh man, okay, imagine this. Half-Life 3 comes out.
Yeah.
Comes on a DVD. Okay? Say it comes in like, I don't know, whatever amount of DVDs. But say you put that DVD in a PC that doesn't have like Windows or whatever installed.
Okay.
And then it boots up and it's like, hey, this is a bootable disc. Did you want to install Steam OS? So Half-Life 3 just comes with Steam OS for everybody. So everybody's going to buy that. Sure, they'll probably buy the Steam download version. But say people buy the disc version.
Yeah.
They just get like a fucking Steam OS bootable install disc, and then you put it in, you get yourself your own Steam box. You get Half-Life 3 for free.
That'd be sweet.
Not free, it's just what the fucking...
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that'd be freaking crazy. That'd probably be a bundle.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Riccio,
Yeah.
but I'm playing the first mission of GTA Online, the one that it puts you into after that race.
Yeah?
And it's either spawning me or the world. It won't do both. It'll have me walking around in like a totally white, empty space,
Yeah.
or
Wow.
an invisible me walking around in the world.
Oh,
Do
that's
the
weird.
invisible you.
That sucks. That's the final tutorial mission, and then you're just free roam. Damn.
I just warped back to Lamar, so I'm not sure what the fuck just happened.
Good luck.
That's all right. Good luck on that, Dan.
Keep us updated on that. So, hey, you guys like that Xbox One? I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually excited for it. I'm actually, of all the both consoles, for some reason, that's the one I'm most excited to fuck around with. I've said this multiple
We'll
times.
see how it goes.
Anyways, Dead Rising 3 for that. I don't know if we talked about it before, but it's now officially hitting 30 frames a second.
Yep.
It's good.
Yep.
But it's also going to be procedurally generated. And what that means is that every zombie that's created is going to do kind of like they did the other ones, where it's going to like random like hat, clothing, face, like what's mangled, all that shit. And it's going to try to make it so every single zombie you see, you will never see one that looks the same.
Oh, that's really cool.
while I'm like, yo, that's really cool, and that probably will happen, but
How
pretty
much
sure-
performance is that gonna hurt?
no, but I'm pretty sure if you've got a crowd of 3,000 zombies, one of them's gonna be like, yo, you got the same hat as that guy over there, and I can clearly see it. Maybe your arm looks a little bit different, but still a really cool feat. Because I know whenever you'd be playing like Dead Rising 1 and 2, you'd be like, hey, look, is that like granny person? Oh, it's that granny person. Oh, it's that granny person. These are all granny people. And then you just...
Land of the old.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm excited for Dead Rising 3, especially the drop-in, drop-out co-op. Especially, Dan, remember how you played Dead Island? And your
Anger.
Hated all of it. Yep.
Yeah, and your quest got screwed over because it went ahead and you couldn't go back?
Yep.
In Dead Rising 3, say I'm at chapter 5 and you were to hop in and you were to get to the next checkpoint, you'd go back to your single player. It would be like, do you want to continue from chapter 5 or do you want to go back to chapter 1 where you're at? Say you're like, hey, I'm going to go back to chapter 1. You play your single player, whatever. You get to chapter 4, you finish it, and it's like, I've detected you've already been playing chapter 5. Would you like to just go to like the 30% in that you were already at? Or would you like to restart? Or what do you want to do? So it does some pretty cool shit like that, which seems like an interesting way to kind of save
It's
your
pretty intense,
world
actually.
or whatever.
Well, I'm glad that it took them, the gaming industry as a whole years to figure that out.
Yeah,
Glad it's working.
I'm excited. So beyond Two Souls, I want to make sure I read this properly. There is a 5 to 15 second erotic scene
Okay.
that has been apparently either the news has been jumping around really crazy. So it's censored in Europe. It's censored in the US, but then some Russian news site said, hey, it's uncensored in the US. No one really knows what's happening, but it got censored in Europe to get the, I think, PEGI 18 or 16.
Yeah.
It was aiming for a lower one. In the US, apparently it got censored to get the 18 plus rating instead of AO.
Oh wow.
Or
All right.
I don't know.
The US uses ESRB, so they'd be getting M, which is 17, not
Yeah.
18.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they'd be getting M instead of AO.
Yo.
So, or something like that. I don't know. I didn't. Yeah. Okay. It's 5 to 10 seconds, edited just a bit to receive the PEGI 16. Yeah.
I thought it was only censored in Europe.
Yeah, I think it's only censored in Europe is what they've finally landed on. Yeah, I don't know. I bet you that game's gonna come out. Everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, when's that scene?" It's gonna sell copies because people are like, "Yo, it was a 5 to 10 second sex scene or something." You're gonna get to it. You're gonna see like a titty, and then it's gonna
I can
like
Google
fade to
titty
black.
and get more.
It's
And
gonna
that
fade.
scene's gonna have.
It's funny because the previous game that they made, like Fahrenheit, got censored in the US or something when it came out as Indigo Prophecy. Oh no,
Yeah.
Indigo Prophecy. No, Indigo Prophecy was the US one. Fahrenheit was the Europe one.
Okay.
That's right.
Anyway, all they edited out was like there was a scene that you could watch if you bought some extra stuff where a girl would stand on a table and dance, and you'd get like 2 seconds of like pixelated boob and like dark brush texture of like pubes. Just was gone. And you're just like, man, they had to change the fucking name of the game and edit that thing out. Just take out that whole cutscene just because like there's a camera pan where you just kind of have it fading to black and you're just like, oh, they didn't fade it out fast enough. I just totally saw pubes.
Oh my god.
So I bet you this is going to be the same thing where everyone's like, yo, there's 5 to 10 seconds of craziness. And then it's going to be like nothing. But it was just enough to get that rating. Or I could be wrong and there's just going to be like horse fucking. Just, I don't even understand. Just out of nowhere.
That's a little
Not
bit
even,
extreme.
I'm not even saying no, I'm not saying to the main character. I'm just saying she'll pan and see something that's like, nope, nope, you can't have that here. So I don't know. It's going to be weird. I don't know why I went to the extremes of saying horse fucking, but
Yeah, it's a little specific, Riccio.
I've seen the game. No, but yeah, I don't know. It's
Wow.
weird. Hey, you like the Batman Arkham Origins?
Is that the new one?
Yes.
I got that already. I've got
I've got that
a
pre-order as well.
pre-order for
Sweet.
that. It came with my graphics card.
Oh, sick. Okay. You know what's cool about the game?
What?
It has a hardcore permadeath mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know what's also cool?
Oh,
The
no.
DLC takes place in Asia.
As Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
You
Ain't that weird?
League of oh shit, what's that?
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
That's a great movie. No, but Dan, help me out on this. He
What do you got?
he trains with them.
What,
Batman.
the League of Shadows?
Yes, at League of Shadows.
Oh, okay. I don't know enough about Batman. I'm going to try to finish.
It will be you probably doing something with the League of Shadows.
So I know this game comes out, I think, October 29th or something. I should probably try to finish Arkham City by then.
I didn't play the other ones, so I'm not even gonna bother.
What the fuck? They're actually pretty cool. I don't know. I never had enough time to
Finish them up.
Yeah. I know Kumar is ready here. I'm gonna call him up whenever we do the comments. I don't want to cut this news up too much. Destiny also put out some trailers for like, yo, check out this gameplay trailer, and if you pre-order, you get into the Destiny beta.
Cool.
They also showed the box art.
They also showed the box art. That's right.
Yep.
Looks pretty cool. The gameplay trailer they showed looked pretty tight, but will that tight gameplay transfer into actual gameplay online with lag?
We'll see.
I don't know. Terraria 2, which I've already announced, the dude was like, I'm done with 1.2. Might as well just take off that 1 point. Let's go with 2. Terraria 2.
Cool.
He said he was going to try and make the worlds infinite or something.
Something like that, yeah. What I don't know is that you have Terraria 2 coming out, or that's going to be made, but you also have Starbound, which is a kind of somebody who worked on Terraria, I believe, when it made his own thing, where you kind of descend onto planets, you get minerals, and you shoot them up to like your spaceship to build some crazy shit up there or something.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
But it's like Terraria, but you travel between world to world to world, and it's pretty much exactly like Terraria, but in a cool way. Like it's different. It feels new. It feels cool. So I mean, I'd be excited to see how Starbound does up against Terraria 2. So, or even Starbound versus Terraria 1.2.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Hey, the dude from Battlefield said Bad Company will be coming back at some point.
Yeah.
Show.
Well, I'll see it. I'll believe it when I
think
see an announcement for it.
I just realized that the picture on this article has the dude blocking a tank that says Battlefield 4, so it just says Bad 4.
Yep.
Anyway, I just want to point that out. I feel like all it's going to take is 4 coming out, and I've already heard some backlash from some people who've played the Battlefield 4 multiplayer beta. They've gone like, what the fuck is this? It just feels like a reskin. It's the same shit. It's Battlefield 3 with just some extra stuff. Totally understand. To me, that's not so bad because I feel like my brain is used to that Call of Duty kind of like new iteration. Here's some just the same thing, but we fixed some stuff. It's way better now. Or, quote unquote, way better now. So I think I like the changes in Battlefield 4, but I think it's going to take enough people going like, yo, this is the same fucking shit. For them to go like, we need to make Bad Company as Saints Row for Battlefield as possible. And that's,
See how that goes.
I want to see that. I want to see them fight aliens and be each 4 people of Bad Company just be all presidents. That'd be crazy. For those of you who enjoy scary games, maybe you were like, hey man, Frictional, why'd you let Chinese Room do Machine for Pigs? They did a poop job with the gameplay. And then Chinese Room was like, hey, but we did it for the story. And then you're like, man, but that story was pretty sweet. And yeah. Frictional's like, listen up, chumps. You go to our website, nextfrictionalgame.com. Pretty smart name, Next Frictional Game. The more people that go there, a little bar moves that will slowly uncover different case files. Each case file is pretty much, well, it's for the next game called Soma or something. And the case files reveal a fucked up, like, creepypasta type thing, which is pretty much like SCPs. And the first one got unlocked, which was called Vivarium, which is a PC made of, like, cables and cogs. And it's just a monitor, and the description
looks beastly and huge.
But the description is like if you mess with the things and tweak it, and you can kind of get like a signal, and you'll see like just messed up shit. They put out a video which is like filmed as a documentary, or like somebody documenting them trying to mess with it, and it just shows something fucked up on the screen, and you're just like, what is this game?
Pretty intense, actually.
So I'm excited to see more about it. It's Frictional Games, and with Penumbra and with Amnesia, they've been insane. So for them to try to attempt something that has like paranormal ghost stuff and haunted shit in like a fucking SCP contained area, probably with no weapons because they never do that. That's gonna be terrifying.
Yep.
Absolutely terrifying, I think, unless they're just going to garbage it up, but I don't think they will. So anyways, check out nextfictionalgame.com for some more information on that, but it looks pretty intense. I'm excited. And that's going to do it for that news, unless I can go ahead and see if there's anything random that just couldn't... Check if there's... Nope. Nope, that's it.
All right, what do we got coming out next week?
Oh my god! Next week, we've got things such as Beyond Two Souls for the PS3.
Oh, really?
We've got Disgaea... What?
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. We've got Disgaea D2 coming out for the PS3 and the PSN. We've got F1 2013 coming for the 360 and PS3. We've got Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition, as well as Dishonored Game of the Year Edition. Just Dance 2014 for the 360, Wii U, PS3, and apparently also Xbox One and PS4. Not that day, of course, but whatever.
Surprised if you got that game, it's going to come out for the other ones too.
Yeah. Mouth is dry. A game called Gas Guzzlers Extreme is coming out, which I've heard is actually something freaking awesome, but I don't know what the fuck it is. Coming out for PC, Steam, I'm guessing. November,
probably
October 8th. And nothing else important, right, Dan?
I don't know. Is there?
On Sunday of that next week?
There's nothing coming out?
Thanksgiving?
Oh, next week. That's Pokemon.
There you go.
Pokemon X and Y coming out next weekend for Canadian Thanksgiving.
Wicked.
Thanks for giving us some crazy games, Nintendo.
We have any good comments?
Let me give us a refresh. And also, actually, for these comments, let's see if we can get Kumar in here. I'm going to throw him in here. See if he can answer these with us. Kumar is not on my list for some reason. Kumar is not. No, he's online.
He has 2 accounts now, eh?
What?
He has 2 accounts.
Yeah, no, I had to figure out which one was
Yep.
Kumar.
Hello, Kumar.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Hello?
Hey guys, how are you doing?
there we go. Okay.
We're doing good.
Pretty good. So we're
Can you
just...
hear
Yep,
Yeah.
we can hear you. You sound a little warbly, but
Oh, hang on.
Steam's going to do that.
Oh.
Wind,
A little bit better now?
Yes.
I think.
That's my jet engine fan that was going on.
Oh, God. So yeah, we thought we'd let you join us for the comments.
Yes, indeed.
I'm very grateful to
Nice.
joining you guys.
All right, so let's see here.
Whoa, hold up. Is Dan Skyping as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, Skype bros.
We got more Dan pictures. Okay, well, you know what?
Why is everyone making pictures of me?
I don't know. I'm gonna add another one to the screen here. I'm gonna change the one that I have on the screen right now.
That's because they're pretty
What
wonderful.
the fuck is that picture of Dan?
Yeah.
I am all. I am everywhere.
Apparently.
It's wonderful.
I just want to read it. Wow, such art, Dan. Much day. Fruit Loop hair, Dan. Hello, Dan. 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 Wow, art, Dan. Daniel Ditchy, Daniel. Love lips. Dantastic, Dan. Chilling with friends. Love it.
I don't know how seriously I'd be able to take Dan if he actually looked like that.
Dan. TV.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
We're gonna keep that on screen because that looks exactly like Dan. No. So we have okay, this is in reply to okay, so Sweet 22. He says, dude, I've been oh wait, wow, these are in all weird order. Okay, I'm gonna read them in what order I think they're supposed to be read in. So we have Andreas Davidson saying, great podcast. Thanks for the compliment. Also, to anybody in the chat, if you guys have any questions, let them be heard now because we will be checking them out after.
Yes, indeed.
We have Sweet 22 saying, dude. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the
Great
wrong one.
podcast. Thanks.
Yeah, so yeah, Andreas Davidson. Great podcast. Thanks for the compliment. My question from you came from a recent Reddit post. It went, what conspiracy theory, if proven to be 100% true right now, would have the most drastic impact on humanity?
I
That
gotta say 9/11, man.
well, no, mine would be that the fact that there are actual countries that have nuclear weapons that have been supposedly suppressed by the United States. But
Are those
You
more
guys have no
conspiracies,
idea
though,
what
or?
you're talking about. Aliens.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, is aliens being like, yo, they're
And
aliens
once again,
among
Dan
us.
proves all of us idiots.
Yeah.
And decides to come up with the right answer.
I don't know. I go on some really weird forums sometimes that are like potential. I don't really believe a lot of it, but it's like Black Ops forums, not like Call of Duty, but like
Oh, like
potential-
our Shibe? Or
yeah,
Sheep?
yeah, like not shy, but it's like stuff that potentially happened. That's
Such wow.
classified.
Conspiracy theory on such wow. So much life. Oh my god, woof. Yeah, no, that'd be.
No, I go on some of those sites that are like potentially declassified.
Is that
Black
why
Ops
when
stuff.
you're in class sometimes and I see a red laser in your head, but I'm like, oh, it's probably nothing.
Oh, it's just my mole. It likes to migrate.
It's migrate. Okay, it's not like a sniper.
If I end up like smothered, I didn't kill myself. It was the government.
It was probably some other guy.
Oh my god.
You know who did it?
We'll just have to go back, collect all
Some
the
other
pets,
guy.
make sure he's buried properly.
Make sure I'm actually dead. Like you're gonna have to dig up my grave like a week later to make sure that they didn't inject me with a poison that stopped my heart, and then I go to the morgue and I'm pronounced dead, and it turns out later they're gonna actually wake me up again. I'm gonna be in a black site somewhere in Russia.
Mercutio.
Exactly.
Sounds like the plot of some ridiculous spy movie.
Shakespeare, I think you were trying to do.
James Bond ain't got shit on Riccio.
You were talking about
Or not-
Romeo and Juliet, like
no, I
injected,
okay, no.
look half dead.
There was
No, she's dead. Stab yourself. Spoilers.
There was a guy, I think it was down in California, that was pronounced dead on the scene. Like, was pronounced dead, went to the morgue, got buried, and then they, for some reason, dug him back up again, and he was missing out of his coffin, and he ended up getting tracked down in, like, Beijing.
It's probably because it was like, take your daughter to work day, and then they're like, what's this corpse, honey? And then she was like, dead?
She just got
Pronounced
confused.
dead. She pronounced dead. Then some dude wrote it down like, pronounced dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Let's bury him. And then he's like, what the fuck, guys? What the? I'm just dig out of here, motherfucker. And like, just left.
But yeah, he was found in Beijing, and, like, they assumed he was a spy or something.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
pretty crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I will go with
if I die in a car crash, it was the government. Or Kumar. That fucker's really shifty.
What would I ever get out of killing you?
Kumar is
Sounds
the government.
Yeah, you are the government.
You are the prime minister.
the furthest thing from the government. I can sit here and argue with you about how much
Wait. You're a
despise
you're a
government policy
PMC.
right now.
Well, you guys want to know why Spelunky Part 4 is not out yet? Because he says he's the president and the prime minister and
He shut down the government.
everything.
God.
So I had to take it down because he threatened to
I'm
murder
now
me.
kickstarting.
Save me from Kumar.
I'm now kickstarting my own PMC.
Okay.
It's gonna be. I need a couple of million. I need about $150 million, and I'm gonna get fully automatic rifles, and I'm gonna get a great wicked sweet squad, and I'm gonna just run Black Ops. I'm gonna buy an island.
You gonna trade for MLG or
Yeah, potentially. That's my side
for
project.
Black Ops 2s and 3s? No.
Yeah. But you know what's going to be great is at my MLG tournament, the other team will have that little red mole, and if they win, I end them.
Suddenly their faces explode from the outside in.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Ice bullet.
Ice bullets. All right, conspiracy theory, ice bullets. No, aliens would be mine.
Who killed
Just-
who killed JFK?
Like if XCOM style government was like, yo, we've had this technology to like jetpack and shit.
Where do you think
but we just can't
microchips
show
came
it
from?
to you because you guys just don't understand yet.
We weren't capable of making that. Alien technology.
Excuse me, we weren't capable.
Capable of making that.
Capable.
Capability. Capabilities.
What about you, Kumar and Dan? What would be your craziest conspiracy theory thing?
I already
You
have
said
mine.
aliens, right?
Dan changed my answer to aliens.
Aliens?
Mine's Kumar's
I'm
tie.
kind of confused and actually a little bit embarrassed that I didn't think of that initially.
The moon landing.
In my defense, though, the entirety of all the crazy shit that's kind of been surrounded, not to get too political, but the shit surrounding 9/11 would be pretty serious as well.
Yes, indeed.
What if I were to rip my face off right now? Okay,
And you were George W.
and
Bush.
tell you
Then
guys
you would
that
be an alien.
I am Dan.
What would Dan
Oh
be then?
my god.
It's a video trick. I put Dan's face over mine.
Yes.
See, it's moving perfectly in sync with me.
All right, what's the next
He also adds to after his question, he says, also to answer about Bitcoins, I saw a private jet for sale. Legit no tax return stuff as Bitcoins. Would buy that or over 5 billion 5-set wave bots for insane amounts of cracking of a specific calculation I've been working on for the last 4 years. Not kidding.
Have you ever heard of Silk? I think the website is called Silk Read or something like that.
Silk Road's a pretty crappy Korean MMO.
No, okay. It's a black market website that's only found on deep internet.
Yeah.
And
Is that what called? Deep Internet? That crazy browser that you load up and it's like some other...
no, deep internet is a whole set of subsidiary DNS servers that
Yeah.
are completely run by hackers and pirates.
Yeah. That's the...
And
But if you open up there's a certain browser that's set to only go to those.
yeah. And you have to have a token exchange to get onto the DNS network. It's some crazy shit. There's this, I think it's called Silk Roads or something like that, but it's this
Well, they got charged recently, so.
Yeah, it's a black market or a gray market website where you can buy anything from like.
I think that's what I was talking about last week. I just didn't know the name for it.
Yeah,
you can buy like drugs and
you
like,
can buy
assassins
drugs.
and
You
shit.
can buy. Well, they don't
put hits
do
on people
they don't
doing
do
that shit.
assassinations anymore.
Anymore.
They stopped that.
Why'd they assassinate people
Um,
trying to stop it?
No, but like, and it's run by like 5 guys, and they
The
auctioneers.
burger people?
No. Auction.
No, these are like-
You can buy anything you want. You can be completely anonymous, but auctioneers have to pay to sell product on their site.
They're vendors, man.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just pictured people working on like a Five Guys like burger. We don't have that in Canada, but in
No, 5 Guys is down in
Are you kidding? We do it. We
Canada.
have 5 guys. Like we have 3 of them here. What are you
yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
We
know.
have 3 of them in our city, you fool.
I didn't even know. Okay, anyway, so let's say you go to Five Guys and then like you buy a burger there and then you leave and then just kind of like pull like a ski mask down. They go in the back and you have like the dun, 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 and they're going like downstairs and they got like racks of guns and shit and just like fucking ready to kill people and stuff.
You ordered a double cheese. All right, go get the pistol.
It's crazy.
Yeah, a very specific configuration of burger needs to be ordered to
Yeah.
get access.
No pickles, but 1 pickle on the fries.
I'd like my burger humane.
All right, let's do this.
I want a humane burger. We'll be right back.
Preferably with a hypodermic needle in the fries.
No, it's they go kill someone. They cut it off. Big burger.
That was. I don't know if you guys. Well, actually, of course I would look into it, but the profitability of that entire system was very impressive.
Oh yeah, I was doing a whole bunch of research on it, but there
You can
were
buy things with bitcoins.
Yeah.
there were 3 major
Well,
security breaches.
Yeah.
Where it was the equivalent of like I think the biggest one was $650 million of real world cash was generated out of nowhere in bitcoins,
Wow.
just like completely
Well, I
out of
know
nowhere.
that since I remember one of the most predominant like numbers was that they generated over $1 billion. I think it was like 1.1 or 1.2 billion since 2011. I
Yep.
think.
Yep.
Holy shit.
And then they collected like upwards of just shy of like I think 100 million in just like commissions that they were collecting on each sale and stuff. So
Holy
Yep.
fuck.
it was an incredibly well thought. Like it's terrible in terms of what the content is and what they're trying to do, but
yeah.
from like if you I can't remember what his first name is, but I think it's Ulbricht was the guy, was the mastermind or whatever behind this, and the guy was brilliant with the way that he set everything up. It just, like I said, it's a shame that he couldn't have really used this elsewhere.
Yeah, you used it for
It is what it is,
nefarious
though.
purposes.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got for the next comment?
All right, Sweet 2 then replies to Andrews Davidson, which we're on to you. He says, "Dude, I've been wondering about you since you started appearing. I know it sounds weird, but you are always so serious and seem to know so much, and always seem to be able to get to these videos faster than I can. So I got this question for you. Who are you, Mr. Davidson?"
Sweet 2? Is he asking Sweet 2 about this?
Yeah, no, Sweet 2's asking Andrews Davidson about it.
Oh my
okay, okay.
god!
Andrews Davidson then replies, "I don't normally do this, but since I've seen you so much."
This is crazy.
Hold
I
on,
just
hold
met
on.
you, and this is crazy. I'm a PM you later.
It's gotta be serious. Hold on, so I don't normally do this, but since I've seen you so
Why
much,
do you feel like your sexy voice on? It's
I looked
just-
a bit more into you. And Eric, you and I may have some very interesting
Ugh.
things to notice about each other. I'll send you a PM. So that's what he says. Totally in that voice as well. He wrote that. He had the voice cues and everything. Anyways. Then we have Burns the Nation, who says, he or she says, "I think it would be a little awkward if you signed my breasts." Just saying.
Is that the dude that Somps is going to be meeting?
Yes.
Then Burns the Nation.
I bought a bulletproof vest.
Did you buy a signature proof vest?
It's stab proof.
It's
Actually,
not the other guy who's going to be signing Sompy.
How do you know?
This
How
is
do you
true.
know? How could this person could show up and be like,
I'm gonna get
fucking-
a brand, and I'm gonna be the guy with the brand and a bullet torch, and I'm gonna brand you.
He could.
Oh my god, that's a fantastic way to welcome new people.
But he could show up and he could be like Matthew McConaughey or something, and just be like, "Didn't expect it," and you're like,
Now sign my breasts.
that would just be weird. Anyway, Burns the Nation then
Never
replies,
washed them.
"I would enjoy playing Warframe with you guys if I can run it on my crap laptop. Also, in regards to Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm an Xbox guy myself, so that idea is out. My question is, what is your dream gamer diet? If you could not gain any weight or become unhealthy for the sake of the question, what would you eat?"
What I eat right now.
Fair enough, Dan.
Already living that dream.
Touche.
I think it would be like, for the sake of just enjoyment, I would have just Monster energy drinks or just any type of crazy energy drink. Actually, Balls tastes really good. It sounds bad.
Like,
No, there's one. What was it?
Riccio likes balls.
There's
the
one.
energy drink. It's in that blue bottle with like little
Yeah.
with the little balls on it.
But there's one energy drink that I remember that I had back when I was in high school
Tab.
because somebody was importing them illegally because they had some weird shit. It was called cocaine,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and that shit was like spicy and awesome. So I would actually have cocaine, the drink, with no cocaine in it, and some lemon meringue
Was
pie.
that the one where when you bought a case of it, it came with a mirror and like the drink in powdered form, and you could like cut lines and like you had to cut it had a ruler on it that you cut your line and then put it into
that
your
person
water.
was only getting like big fucking cases of like, yo, we got to put this on the shelf. No, I just took it, or oh, I bought it. But yeah, no, that and lemon meringue pie would be just, I would just scoop that shit in my mouth all day and maybe like a pizza. Actually, you know what? Okay, if it's a diet, it'd be morning, massive bowl of cereal, lunch, fucking pizzas, fucking dinner, just goddamn lemon meringue pies, and in each meal and in between, just cocaine going in my mouth. The drink, of course.
Now we understand everything that's wrong with Riccio.
And I wanted to be a
Yep.
train
Yep.
conductor.
So much is just explained.
I was thinking of something. You know how when I told you guys last week, I was like, "Hey, I want to be a train conductor and a masseuse." Why
By
would
the way,
you?
can I just say something on that very, very quickly?
Yeah.
So I went back and I actually listened to the podcast up until the point that I joined because I was late
Yeah.
in coming on board with that one, and I laughed so hard when Dan and I had the same reaction when you said that. When you said you wanted to be a train conductor,
Yeah.
I think it was 2 podcasts ago that you said that,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I heard it in a question or whatever it was. But when Dan heard you say that, we literally had the same reaction where he said, "Now so much more it makes sense."
That's what I wanted to ask you guys. Like, what did that? What suddenly
Because
makes?
nothing else you do makes sense.
Yeah.
So you could tell us that you wanted to be a train conductor put so many things into perspective.
Yes, that is very true.
All right then.
You're already like, think about it, man. You're Captain Unity by default and by election.
So,
according to our
so that's the train conductor part, and the other ones I want to touch you guys.
I want to go home.
No, but I was just curious because you guys both had the same reaction. I was like,
you control as a conductor, you control the fate of everybody on that train. As Captain Unity, you control the fate of us, I guess. You could put out some ridiculous video and get us all incarcerated tomorrow.
I'm gonna hit you, Riccio. Like really hard.
Dude,
Like
really?
right now, I'm gonna punch you.
you hit like the underside and it hit my lung. And I did a weird sound. All right. Anyway, so what's your diets? You guys didn't talk about it that much. You just said what you're having now, but what are you
So
guys?
it was, sorry, what was it again? It was like if you just wouldn't gain
Wouldn't
any
gain
weight.
any
Or,
weight.
yeah, if you
yeah.
wouldn't gain weight and you wouldn't become unhealthy either.
For me, I think breakfast I'd just have fucking waffles with fruit on it every single day
Oh,
for
yeah.
breakfast.
That is delicious. Yeah.
Lunch would be fajitas with, or actually no, not screw fajitas. I would have steak every day for lunch.
Yep.
And other forms of delicious yet terrible for you barbecue.
Pulled
For
pork.
snack, I think so. Between lunch and dinner, I would for sure have to have chicken wings somewhere thrown in there, just because I absolutely love chicken wings. And then dinner,
Half the time I text you or whatever, it's always like, "Hey man, I'm eating some chicken."
I love chicken, man.
You got to think though.
Chicken is so versatile.
But Kumar, you gotta think though. This question, as much as it's your favorite food, it's also gamer food. So you gotta think of, would you be able to eat this stuff while playing?
I
You
could
can't-
eat a chicken. Kidding, man. I told you I could be sitting on an iPad, for example, playing like Plants vs Zombies and eating a chicken wing with my left hand.
So let me add on to the little
All right.
parenthesis
Wait,
here,
wait,
like
I
not
gotta,
gain
I gotta
weight.
lay, I gotta
could
lay
eat
this
steak
down.
with my bare hands as well.
Well, like no gain weight, no unhealthiness, also no like grimy finger crapness.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
All right. So I'm gonna lay down what I'm gonna have.
I eat chips all the time too, I think.
So it's gonna be a breakfast of like something crazy. I would like to have, you know, those continental breakfasts. You go to like a hotel.
Yeah.
I would walk into my gamer room and it would be a continental breakfast.
Just always set up.
No, yes, always set up.
Is it the same
Like
thing every
conveyor
morning?
belt,
Fucking
just like
no, just fucking muffins and croissants and like There's that Belgian waffle maker that always makes fucking sweet Belgian waffles.
You eat the waffle maker?
I'd eat that shit. Then I would get, those big,
Is the waffle machine just going on its own? Is it just printing out waffles?
just printing fucking waffles is what it's doing. Then it's gonna have by my monitor, by my desk. It's gonna, those big dispensers.
Can I just ask, what the fuck is that song? Does anybody know what it's from? Is it like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or something? Like,
Yeah,
can somebody find
I don't
out
know.
what the name of that song is? I would love to know it.
All right,
I've
so
never known.
those big dispensers you get for like when you see like the chocolate covered almonds in like a grocery store. It's like that big plastic thing that you just like pull a latch and shit just starts coming out.
Yeah.
That would be
Well, a couple-
filled with ketchup chips
Wow.
constantly, and then I would have a keg of beer and a keg of some sort of soft drink that would change every single day. And then for lunch, I would have fucking pulled pork. And then for supper, I would have whatever sort of meat product I wanted at that time.
I also had cheesecake to
And
your mix.
Yep, cheesecake for dessert.
I guess I wasn't thinking on this on the whole next level, so I take it back.
I've thought of this to the point where I don't have to leave my room. There's some dude cooking barbecue over beside me to the right. There's a fucking continental breakfast to the left.
Okay,
There's
so-
a fucking ketchup chips that I don't even have to move my hand to dispense them directly into my mouth.
All right, so I take this back.
And 2 kegs.
All right, so I
By the
take
way, guys, I want to tell you something before I forget.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna make you guys waffles during the
marathon.
Yeah.
during the marathon. Yeah,
Fantastic.
and I'm gonna be making barbecue during the marathon.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Making barbecue. What the hell's wrong with me? I'm going to be barbecuing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Apparently,
If you want to build a barbecue,
Something.
you're for sure go for it. But I take back my statement. I get that cocaine drink going into my arm, and I get because I got to be playing games, right? I got to be gaming the fuck out of it, right? So I got my pizza, I got my cereal, and I got my lemon meringue pie crushed into a thin paste, with just people massaging it into my body, so my body's just like taking it, and then you get a PVC pipe in my ass, so I don't even have to get up. It's just like.
oh my god, Riccio.
And I just game over and over, hour upon hour, and the cocaine drink is just going in. I'm
Did you-
so awake
actually-
right now, but it's not unhealthy, so I'm not dying. I'm just fucking pooping and shit, and it's great.
Did you actually hear about the guy who went on a 4-day binge in WoW and he had a saline bag hooked up to him?
That's awful.
That's messed up.
That's fucking
Wait,
sweet.
hold on.
What's
PVC
wrong
pipes
with
are the
you?
massive things, aren't it?
You want like a dryer pipe.
Yeah. Okay.
PVC
I just a
pipe.
PVC pipe. I was like, wait, that shit's like
It's like an
a
inch.
fucking elephant trumpet.
It's like an inch across,
Yeah. No, not
going up your butt.
that.
Real fast.
You're getting a PVC booster shot.
We got somebody in the chat saying a full English breakfast, full English for breakfast, pizza for lunch, jam roly poly custard for dinner.
Oh,
What is it? Full English.
a full English is like a full English breakfast. It consists of 2 eggs, bangers and a bacon and cold toast, as well as beans.
When you say bangers,
Bangers are
Sausage.
a pork sausage
Yeah.
that is spiced in a particular manner.
in a funny way, I just want to say in my thing, you got cocaine
You
in the
fucking
arm.
gangbangers.
Just bangers flying out my face. I just eat just meat to keep my diet okay. That'd be just weird.
All right, it's
Dan, you didn't fully answer yours though. Do you
I
want to?
don't want to go down.
you don't want to go down the continental
say
breakfast
normal
road?
stuff. Just mention foods you enjoy or something.
I don't know. I'd like to have like a bacon and sausage and an egg breakfast every morning.
Yeah.
Or maybe like an omelet or something.
Fucking A. Omelets are good too.
And then lunch and dinner, whatever I feel like eating at that point.
Actually,
Like,
I wanted those fucking little cheese crackers. You
No
know what I'm talking about, Dan.
PVC pipes in the butt.
No
for any of you
PVC
guys?
pipes in the butt buds. I would have a custom-made recliner that just has a big funnel.
Yeah.
That all I do is it's like those bank teller things where you put the cash in and it just zooms away. It's
Yeah.
like that, but a poop thing.
So Riccio,
Yeah.
I think your plan is a little bit flawed here. If you've got a PVC pipe stuck up your ass, how do you get up to go take a piss?
I don't. I just dunk my front part into the butt crack, and everything just goes.
What are you, like 5 years old? What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't want to be vulgar here with the PVC pipe in my anus, but no. I just thought of something. I add on to that. You've got the cocaine going into my bloodstream in one arm. On the other hand, you've got blood coming out. So this sounds weird.
wrong.
This sounds weird now, right? The blood is going to a blood bank. I'm saving people. I'm making cash. That cash is going to my bank account. I'm buying game time. I'm buying free-to-play monies in Grand Theft Auto. I'm buying
I
stuff.
thought you would have gone
and
to
I'm
like a
just sitting there-
dialysis machine.
Sure, there's a dialysis machine
Funniest-
going in my leg
part about
now.
all
Like,
this
just
is that if Dan was there right now, you know, everyone knows actually that he would just be sitting there with his hand on his face, just waiting for you to stop.
no, but I just look like this fucked up machine, just wires coming out of me, and I'm just sitting there, just like good to go
For life.
for life.
And all you can say is,
You just have my family outside having a funeral for what was once me is just gone forever. Now we have the son with the PVC pipe and, and cocaine and blood coming out of him.
Cannot believe
out of
you.
him.
Would you have somebody come and bathe you though, or would you get like bed sores and shit?
No, the cocaine actually is so hot that you just sweat out the gross.
So it's just like you've become
Where does it
immune to
go?
all disease.
Where does it go? Fine. And then I've got this other
Actually,
tube.
you know what? I don't really want to know. It's okay. We'll cut this out early.
The chair is made out of just lips going and just taking everything, and it's like there's no more questions.
You realize you'd be a contaminant.
There's no more questions. We had another question here in the
Why
chat.
don't you just remove your brain and put it into a robot?
In the chat, we have Riccio, really. We have Half-Life 3. You excited, bro?
Yes.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish. It really doesn't mean anything. Them doing what they did really doesn't confirm
Kumar,
shit.
stop shitting on my dream.
Yeah.
They may as well be in the same spot they were in before, which is really, really sad because it would have been nice to have a legitimate announcement. But
Yeah.
what they've done legally really doesn't do anything, nor does it mean anything from a development perspective.
That announcement when they do the Half-Life 2 thing, they're like, hey, here's like a 10-second clip of the gameplay that we've just fucking revolutionized. And it's like, when they did that with Half-Life 3, that's going to be like the
Stunning
point
moment.
of no return where it's like, it's here.
I'm pretty sure spontaneous combustion will occur when they actually do announce
Yeah.
Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
People are just going to explode. wherever they
all of our energy source problems will be solved by Half-Life 3. A world peace will come about.
I want to apologize for everything I said prior to this question.
It's a little late.
I know. Our next question was, what is your... Oops, I scrolled away from it. What is your most embarrassing / regrettable game purchase of the year so far? I believe that we got that question already, but... No, did we?
God mode.
You didn't pay for it. And I bought it, and I thought it was really good. So go fuck yourself.
the Bureau.
Yeah, that.
I haven't played it yet. I want to go ahead and announce that.
So we don't need to.
Don't expect a Let's Play that. I'm sorry, you guys.
That game is
Well-
shit.
Isn't that the least voted?
That was the most underneath Gone Home.
Oh, really?
But,
What was the least voted?
I don't know.
Lost Planet, wasn't it?
Lost
Yes.
Planet or Castlevania, yeah.
I
However,
voted for Castlevania like 18 times, so. that's
However,
probably-
or if you guys want some real XCOM gameplay, Zyler was awesome enough to donate Enemy Within. So that'll probably go up on my live stream. Live stream clips will probably make their way to the YouTube channel. In the meantime, I'm probably just going to focus on finishing Gone Home and System Shock and then moving on to something that you guys actually care about. So, there's that.
Sweet.
But regrettable purchases. Honestly, sounds like shit. I'm so sorry, but Dragon's Crown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
actually,
really didn't like
I
the
felt
frame
too.
rate issue thing.
I didn't like it at all. It really did it for me. I was sad that I didn't get it on the PS3. Maybe I would have enjoyed it better there. But it's too bad. 'Cause I was having fun with what it was trying to do, but
Yeah.
I was consistently angry and just turned off every time I wanted to play it. Like
They've fixed it to a certain extent.
yeah.
I'd say don't even bother with the online because the online side is still just it's so busted. Like if we play locally, just from an ad hoc perspective, I'm sure it'd be fine. But online is still so broken and it just doesn't make any sense. Like you'll connect and you'll get a confirmation message where it'll tell you, connection established, and then it'll give you the options: join friend or join random game.
Yeah.
You'll hit join random game, and it'll say could not establish connection, or it'll say you are not connected. It's like what the hell is wrong with you? You just 2 seconds ago told me
Yeah.
that the connection was established, and it'll do that over and over and over again. I know that it's not from my connection side
Yeah.
of things. I know it's from the game side.
Um,
So that I wish they would fix, but
yeah. Dan, I want to ask you a question that goes with this, or had Last of Us not had the exceptional multiplayer experience that we've had, would that have been something that you would have regretted because of the single player that you
Yes,
got out of it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I know I know
On
you
the
and I
other
think
hand, maybe I would have stuck with the single player
And
had I not tried
trucked
out
it?
that multiplayer.
yeah. Okay.
So you never know.
Okay.
Yeah, the argument can be made for both sides.
Yeah.
How good is that multiplayer?
That was pretty great. Even though we got destroyed.
Feel good.
Yeah.
So good. It came out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
Riccio,
I
have
don't
you
think-
died in Grand Theft Auto Online yet?
Yes, and it plays a pretty great cutscene that I'm guessing you just got.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about that. I want people to see that. It's pretty great. I forgot about that until you just mentioned it.
I'm kind of just like in awe right now.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't think I have a regrettable purchase. Most of the stuff.
Yeah.
See, I'm blessed in the sense that I get all my recommendations from, for the most part, from you guys, specifically
Yeah.
Dan, or I
well,
follow
there's
something and.
there's Persona 4 Golden. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Everybody put down your swords. I'm kidding here. But no, yeah.
You dodged a couple of bullets.
No, yeah, it's true. You do really kind of do your good research before you actually buy something.
Well,
so
for me, it's like I'd rather play a game that I know you guys are going to enjoy and will want to play with me as well,
Yeah.
or other friends of mine, or a game that I know will have a substantial enough single player that it'll keep me busy.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think of stuff that I bought this year that I still haven't played, and the only thing that comes to mind is XCOM: The Bureau. But I feel like there's like I feel bad, but in a not bad way that I have a lot of regrettable purchases, like Rayman Legends, Puppeteer, Wonderful 101, and not because they're bad games, but just because I picked those up and I do not have the time to play them, and I feel so horrible that they're just going to waste. And
You'll
then when
probably get to play them during the marathon or something, though.
I say that, but dude, because of the videos I want to try to record for whenever the consoles launch, I'm getting
Yeah.
so many launch titles, and then I'll be getting all those things, and I'll have like exams around then. Then again, leading up to the marathon, I'll have like 2 weeks off, so I'll probably be able to crank through a lot of those. Hopefully, at least single players. So maybe I would really love to. I would really love to finish this year, finishing as many games that I actually care about from this year that I didn't have the chance to finish, or even go back to like like Dante, Devil May Cry, like the Virgil's DLC and all that stuff. Like
Yep.
going back to stuff. I really hope that by the end of this year I've been able to catch up, because once next year officially comes and it's officially next gen has started, so many things of these consoles generation, like this console generation, it's gonna get left behind, and I have so many things I regret not finishing now. This makes me sad. If I could go 24 hours streaming every day, all day, that'd be awesome, because I would finish all those things up. But
Actually, you mentioned
still on money.
Rayman Legends.
Yeah.
If I did have a regrettable purchase, I think it would be Rayman Origins, but I didn't entirely buy it this year. So I mean, it was on Plus, but
What's
Yeah.
wrong with Origins?
I love the art style, but I've gotten too used to really precise platforming, and that game's got this floaty feel to it, and it bugs me. That the running and the jumping just bugs me. I need something a little bit more precise, and that's where I think I'm spoiled that way, because I've gotten so used to Spelunky, a lot of Meat Boy games like that. And
Where it's really tight.
Rayman has its own precision, but it's in terms of the mechanics associated with jumping and flying and floating and all that shit.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah,
it just bugs me.
it does
Still,
feel weird.
I still enjoy it to a certain extent, but I find that I can only enjoy it in smaller bursts.
I would enjoy you guys coming over and enjoying some Rayman Origins multiplayer.
That 4-player multiplayer?
And I'd really
Sweet.
like to get that, maybe record a little bit of it and just be like, hey, we did this. Not ever finish that or let's play it or whatever. Just, hey guys, we played this. No, we had fun.
Just like
but-
we tried Nintendo Land a couple times when
Yeah,
we were at
yeah.
your house and then never touched it again.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys say that game was amazing?
It's so fun with people. It's so fun with people. But
One
yeah.
of Nintendo's strengths, man. They like that whole togetherness business.
Yep.
So Kumar, Sarge has a question for you.
Okay.
It's directed at something I'm probably gonna play this weekend.
Okay.
But he's directing it at
Something
you.
that you're gonna play, or something that I'm gonna play?
That I'm gonna play this weekend.
Okay.
He says, do you like undead ghost wives haunting you?
No, I don't.
No? Okay. What would you do if you and keep in mind you can't move to a different house because you have a special connection to your house. What?
Yep.
What would you do if you were being haunted by your ghost wife and you could not move away because you have a special connection to the house your wife died in.
I would do my very best to reason with that broad.
So she's abroad. So just with that, you are now ripped to shreds. What do you do next?
Is this Alma?
I didn't say.
Try not to damage the floorboards.
Roll a d20 to see if you damage the floorboard. Your legs are now completely torn off, just like they already were. Your genitals are now flying across the room, and you're in pain, screaming. What is your next
Where are you
move?
coming
Go.
from? I don't understand.
We're role playing. Go. What do you do? You're being torn
But
apart.
But I didn't even get the. Well, if I'm being torn apart, then I can't do shit. So this game is over.
Kumar,
Roll. You're dead.
end it.
All right. No. So yeah. No. That was she mutilated the crap out of you. You failed. No. Yeah. What would any of you guys do if you were in a house that was haunted? And
Get the fuck out.
but low.
I agree with Dan. There's no connection strong enough to keep you in a place that's haunted to the point that you can't live outside of fear.
All right. Paranormal Activity
You
spoilers.
dip.
Say you
You
are
dip
haunted,
back.
but you don't realize it.
So shit's just happening around you and
So-
you can't really
So
pinpoint.
say you leave your house and then it follows you. What do?
You buy a fucking bazooka and you solve that problem really quick.
You sell tickets to come see the floating house that's following you.
I mean, the house is haunted.
And then you sell the after party where you light it up.
Oh,
That's great. Yeah, no, I don't know.
that's wonderful.
I think that's been always like when I watch a freaking movie, it's like, dude, I just get the fuck out of the house. But no one's like, no, you are haunted. I'd be like, you're fucked. It's it. Nothing.
Wait, okay, so I gotta ask, what game is this for? Like,
Oh, it's for a game I'll be playing called Under Hell, where apparently your wife is dead in your house and you kind of go do some weird stuff and there's some other missions or something. But yeah, I'll be playing
so
Under Hell.
that's the premise of it, where like you can't really leave because you.
Well, from what I've seen, there's like missions where you go like in a prison, but there's also like,
Okay.
hey, you go back to your house and you sleep or something. But when you sleep, you can wake up at night and then wander your house and there's just like haunted stuff going on and you try to
It's
figure
happening
out.
on Saturday, you said, right?
I'm
or
not
is
saying
it-
no, it's not happening at all. Don't come to my house. But yeah, this might be happening on the weekend.
Cool.
Okay.
So might other things.
I also want to try
yeah.
rain on the weekend as well. So
Dan, are you busy this weekend?
I have some overtime in the day, so no.
hey, you guys want to
Okay,
fuck right
Cool.
off?
I just wanted to know. You know, I just
No, you
good to
guys.
know how bros are doing on the weekends.
No, you guys. No,
Psalms, what about you, man?
no, you guys.
Not really sure.
Cool. That's perfect.
If simultaneously you guys cut the power to my house, each get flashlights at every window pointing at your faces,
You're gonna explode.
I'm dead. Like, no joke, my instincts are going to be to get up so fast, and I'll probably try to sprint away, but there's a wall like 2 feet behind me, probably gonna snap my neck on that accidentally. Just like run into it, and this is a dark podcast for me. I'm sorry. Don't do that, guys. I can't handle scares. I can't handle scares.
Don't worry, Rico. We won't do anything.
Don't worry.
No, don't scare Riccio.
Don't worry, Rico.
No.
We got you, Rico.
Okay. Anyway, that's pretty much it for comments and questions in the chat and all that stuff.
I have a question.
What is your question, Dan?
Do you lose anything when you die in Grand Theft Auto Online?
You lose $2,000. You don't lose any money. You don't lose any ammo though, or guns.
Do you lose $2,000 if you have it on you? What if I put it
Even if it's in the
bank?
bank, you lose $2,000. If you have money on you, you also drop a little bit of money that people can come and steal.
Yep.
Jerks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go kill this other player while he's browsing clothes.
You should probably do that.
You can do something worse, Dan, because you can't pull out a gun when he's inside of a building, but you can park a car in front of the door, and you cannot jump when you're inside a building, so he can't get on the hood. Nor can he
Fantastic.
pull out a gun and
Park
shoot
his
you.
own monster truck in front of it.
There you go.
Then you know what you
Park
should do?
the hood front forward, because he can get in the side door, and he could probably do something with the back. I don't know, but you can't
I
teleport
just
through.
got an award for stealing his vehicle.
Wonderful.
Crazy. That's actually cool. I didn't know that was. I'm gonna do that now.
Also, did you know you can set it so that you can't let other people take your vehicle? I don't think a lot of people know that.
No, you can. That all that is it's who can get in your passenger seat.
Oh,
Yeah. So if you're driving and you're doing a mission, and like you know how you have that Battlefield thing, we're like, no, Devin, I wanted you in my tank. We can set it like, hey, you don't have your buddies join your cars
Yeah.
in your guys' photo. So Yeah, I learned that the
Too
hard
embarrassed
way.
to do this because of the way it's blocked, but
Because I was doing a mission where Lamar's like, "Hey, go steal his car back," and then I joined a random person, and he tries to get in my car, and he's just trying the door, and it's locked. I'm like, "Oh wait, hold on!" I start navigating through the menus. He just gets real pissed and just leaves the game. I'm like, "Oh, if you would have just waited." Yeah, but yeah.
all right, that guy just finished browsing clothes. Now I can see.
Hold on, let's hear what craziness is going. Actually, you do that. I'm gonna start doing the outro. For those of you guys who've been listening on the audio version,
He's stuck.
Wonderful.
And the funny thing is, you can kill yourself to get out of there, but it's 500 money. It costs money to suicide. So, anyway, to everyone listening on iTunes, feel free to check out the YouTube version. These are becoming more and more YouTube video based. If you guys like watching the live stream version, keep coming by because the chat's pretty sweet. You guys had some neat questions, and you guys had to deal with some weird shit tonight. And yeah.
I'm actually kind of
Somehow
mad
got
at
in
you.
the car. I'm gonna kill him.
And what, Kumar?
I said I'm actually kind of mad at you
Why?
for that wanting to put a tube up your ass.
Oh, don't. Oh, that. I'm sorry. I didn't want to degraded myself pretty intensely.
If you are new to our podcast and have made it this far,
You've now known
we are
that
sorry about Riccio.
PVC pipe butthole.
PVC pipe butthole.
It was actually supposed to be PVT, which is private. You guys aren't supposed to know about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's on the internet now, so
Yeah.
My
Yes.
PVT TMI pipe.
So as Riccio said, we do Let's Plays and other videos, so go check out our other stuff as well. If you want to watch our live stream, we normally do it on Thursdays between, 7:30 and 8:30 Eastern.
Eastern? Yeah.
Eastern, not Pacific, Eastern.
That's 12:30 a.m. UK time.
Yes,
GMT,
indeed.
And 5:30 Central
Yep,
and 4:30 Pacific.
exactly. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's been great having you guys listen and listen to us
7:30
ramble.
a.m.
I have been Sompy without a PVC pipe up my butt. To my right is Riccio with the
Riccio.
PVC pipe up his butt. And we have
I was
Dan
thinking more
on
something that
Skype
was this size. So
and Kumar on Skype as well, who joined us a little bit late. So thank you
guys,
guys for tuning
we're
in.
almost at episode 100.
we're gonna make it after all.
Have yourself a great night.
Take care, guys.
Take care, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.